25 Universal Rules That Make You Mentally Unstoppable, the book written by Peter A. Saul, published by Audiobooks, LOA. Introduction: Unlocking Your Inner Fortress, the Path to Becoming Mentally Unstoppable. Hello and welcome to this transformative journey, an audiobook experience designed to unlock the incredible, often untapped reserves of mental strength and resilience that lie within you. You've picked up 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable because you're ready for a change, ready to build an inner fortress so strong that no external storm can shake it. Is it possible to cultivate such mental toughness? Absolutely. And this full audiobook, available for you to listen to even as a free audiobook experience in some formats, is your comprehensive guide. Many people search for how to get mental strength, or signs of mental strength, wondering if it's an innate trait or something that can be learned. The fantastic news is that mental strength, much like physical strength, can be developed, trained, and honed. It's about understanding the power of your mind, particularly the power of positive thinking, and applying universal principles to your daily life. Think of figures like David Goggins. His mental strength is legendary, but it was forged, not gifted. This mental strength video, or rather audio experience, will lay out the blueprint. Throughout these 25 universal rules, we'll delve deep into practical strategies, actionable insights, and the kind of resilience training that leads to a truly positive mindset. This isn't just another self-help audiobook. It's a personal development audiobook designed for lasting impact. We're aiming for mental clarity, unwavering self-discipline, and the kind of success mindset that allows you to overcome any obstacle. Are you ready to develop your inner strength and embark on a path of self-improvement and self-motivation? Then let's dive into rule number 1, the foundational principle for becoming mentally unstoppable. This is more than just an audiobook's full-length free offering of ideas. It's a roadmap to an empowered life. We noticed that 85% of you who listen to our video are not yet subscribed to the channel. Please help support the channel by hitting the subscribe button and like the video. Thanks for inspiring us to create more content for you. Now let's begin. Chapter 1. Rule 1. Take full responsibility, the cornerstone of mental strength. So, you're here, ready to build that unstoppable mental fortitude. The very first and arguably the most crucial rule on this path is to take full responsibility for your life and your actions. Now, what does that truly mean, and how does it make you mentally strong? How can embracing responsibility be the cornerstone of mental strength and the key to unlocking your success mindset? Taking responsibility isn't about blame. It's not about beating yourself up for past mistakes or pointing fingers at external circumstances or other people. Instead, it's about recognizing that you, and only you, are the pilot of your own life. You are the author of your story. This is the ultimate empowerment, the core of any genuine personal development audiobook. Many people ask, how can I become mentally strong when things outside my control affect me? The answer lies in shifting your focus from what you can't control to what you can. Your thoughts, your reactions, your choices, and your actions. Think about it. When you blame external factors, your boss, the economy, your upbringing, bad luck, what are you essentially doing? You're giving away your power. You're saying, I am a victim of these circumstances, and there's nothing I can do. This disempowering narrative is the antithesis of mental strength. A mentally strong individual, someone with true mental toughness, understands that while they can't control every event, they always control their response. This is where self-discipline comes into play, a topic we'll explore in other audiobooks full length and within these rules. Why is taking responsibility so powerful for mental strength? It puts you in the driver's seat. When you accept responsibility, you reclaim your power. Suddenly, you're no longer a passenger being tossed around by the waves of life. You're the captain steering the ship. This sense of control is fundamental to feeling mentally strong and is a common theme in many motivational audiobooks. It fosters a solutions-oriented mindset. If you're responsible for your situation, you're also responsible for finding solutions. This shifts your energy from complaining or feeling helpless to actively problem-solving and overcoming obstacles. This proactive approach is a hallmark of a success mindset. It builds resilience. Life will inevitably throw curveballs. When you take responsibility, you learn from setbacks. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, you see it as feedback, a chance to learn, adapt, and try again with more wisdom. This ability to bounce back is the essence of resilience training, a core component of any mental toughness audiobook. It increases self-respect and confidence. Owning your choices, both good and bad, and taking action to shape your life builds immense self-respect. This, in turn, fuels your confidence. You start to trust yourself more because you know you can handle whatever comes your way. It eliminates the victim mentality. The victim mentality is a drain on mental energy and a significant barrier to mental strength. By taking responsibility, you shed this heavy cloak and step into your power. You realize that your circumstances don't define you. Your choices and actions do. How to actively cultivate personal accountability and take responsibility. Stop the blame game. Make a conscious effort to stop blaming others or external situations for your problems. Whenever you find yourself pointing fingers, pause and ask, what is my role in this? What can I do about this? This is a practical step for how to get mental strength. Own your choices and mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Mentally strong people don't hide from them or try to cover them up. They own them, learn from them, and move on. Acknowledge your choices and their consequences, good or bad. This is a crucial aspect of any self-improvement audiobook. Focus on what you can control. You can't control the weather, the economy, or other people's actions. But you can control your attitude, your effort, your responses, and the decisions you make. Channel your energy into these areas. Practice self-reflection. Regularly take time to reflect on your actions and their outcomes. What worked? What didn't? What could you do differently next time? Journaling can be a powerful tool for this. This introspection leads to mental clarity. Set clear intentions. Instead of passively letting life happen to you, set clear intentions for what you want to achieve and who you want to become. Then take responsible action to move towards those intentions. This is a core principle in goal-setting audiobooks. Learn from feedback, even criticism. Instead of becoming defensive when you receive criticism, try to see it as an opportunity for growth. Ask yourself if there's any truth in it and what you can learn. This is a sign of mental strength. Common questions about taking responsibility. What if something truly isn't my fault? Even if an event wasn't your fault, e.g., an accident, a natural disaster, someone else's malicious act, your response to it is still your responsibility. How you choose to move forward, to heal, to learn, and to rebuild is entirely up to you. This is a vital lesson in overcoming obstacles. Doesn't taking responsibility mean I'll feel guilty all the time? Not at all. Responsibility is about empowerment, not guilt. Guilt is often unproductive. Responsibility is about acknowledging reality and taking constructive action. It's about looking forward, not just dwelling on the past. Taking full responsibility is the foundational rule because, without it, the other rules for becoming mentally unstoppable will have a shaky ground to stand on. It's the master key that unlocks your inner strength and sets you on the path to genuine empowerment. This isn't just theory, it's a practical, actionable principle that you can start implementing today. By doing so, you are actively choosing to become mentally strong, to develop that coveted success mindset, and to build the resilience needed to thrive. This is your life. Take the helm. As you internalize this first rule, you'll begin to see a shift. You'll feel more in control, more capable, and more prepared to face whatever comes your way. This is the first giant leap towards becoming mentally unstoppable. Now let's build on this foundation. Chapter 2, Rule 2, Build habits that align with your highest purpose, the engine of mental toughness. Welcome back to our journey in 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. Having embraced the power of taking full responsibility, we now move to rule number 2. Build habits that align with your highest purpose. If responsibility is the cornerstone, then purposeful habits are the engine that drives your mental toughness and propels you toward your vision. How do habits shape our mental strength? And why is aligning them with a higher purpose so critical for a success mindset? What is a habit? A habit is a behavior that has been repeated enough times to become automatic. Our lives are, to a large extent, the sum of our habits. Mentally strong individuals understand this. They don't rely solely on willpower or motivation, which can be fickle. Instead, they consciously cultivate habits that support their goals and reinforce their desired identity. This is a cornerstone of many personal development audiobooks and a key to unlocking sustained mental strength. But just building any habit isn't enough. The real power comes when those habits are intrinsically linked to your highest purpose. What is your why? What deep-seated values drive you? What kind of impact do you want to make? When your daily actions, your habits, are in service of a compelling purpose, they gain profound meaning and power. This alignment is a significant sign of mental strength and a common thread in those who achieve lasting success. Why are purpose-driven habits so crucial for mental toughness? They provide direction and focus. When your habits are aligned with your purpose, they act like a compass, consistently pointing you toward your true north. This clarity helps you filter out distractions and make decisions that support your long-term vision. This is a key principle often discussed in goal-setting audiobooks. They automate progress. Good habits put success on autopilot. Instead of constantly battling your internal resistance or relying on fleeting motivation, your habits ensure you're making progress even on days you don't feel like it. This builds mental toughness because you learn to push through discomfort. They reinforce your identity. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. When you consistently engage in habits that reflect your highest purpose, you solidify your identity as someone who is disciplined, purposeful, and mentally strong. They build resilience. When you have strong, purposeful habits, setbacks are less likely to derail you completely. Your routine provides a structure to fall back on, helping you regain your footing and continue moving forward. This is a practical application of resilience training. They conserve mental energy. Making decisions requires mental energy. When positive behaviors become habits, they require less conscious thought, freeing up your mental resources for more complex challenges and creative thinking. This efficiency is a hallmark of a success mindset. How to build habits that align with your highest purpose. Identify your highest purpose. This is the first and most critical step. What truly matters to you? What impact do you want to have? What are your core values? Spend time reflecting on these questions. Your purpose doesn't have to be grandiose. It just has to be meaningful to you. Many self-help audiobooks offer guidance on this. Define key habits. Once you have clarity on your purpose, identify the specific habits that will support it. For example, If your purpose is to inspire others through your writing, key habits might include daily writing, reading widely, and seeking feedback. Start small and be specific. Trying to change too much at once is a recipe for failure. Choose one or two key habits to focus on. Make them small and specific. Instead of exercise more, try walk for 15 minutes after dinner every day. The author of Atomic Habits, James Clear, emphasizes this. Make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. These are James Clear's 4 laws of behavior change. Obvious, set up cues for your habit, e.g., lay out your workout clothes. Attractive, pair the habit with something you enjoy, e.g., listen to your favorite audiobook while exercising. Easy, reduce friction. Make it as simple as possible to perform the habit. Satisfying, reward yourself immediately after completing the habit, e.g., mark it on a habit tracker, enjoy a moment of relaxation. Track your progress. Keeping a habit tracker can be incredibly motivating. It provides a visual representation of your consistency and helps you identify patterns. This is a practical tip for building self-discipline. Practice self-compassion, not perfection. You will miss days. You will stumble. This is normal. The key is not to let one missed day turn into 2 or a week. Forgive yourself and get back on track with the next opportunity. Mental toughness isn't about being perfect. It's about persistence. Review and adjust regularly. Periodically review your habits. Are they still serving your purpose? Do they need to be adjusted or upgraded? Personal development is an ongoing process. Common questions about building purposeful habits. How long does it take to build a habit? The common 21 days is a myth. Research suggests it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days for a new behavior to become automatic, with the average being around 66 days. The key is consistency, not a magic number of days. What if I lack motivation to stick to my habits? This is where the power of habits truly shines. Habits are about systems, not just motivation. Focus on the system. Make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Rely on your commitment to the process, not just how you feel in the moment. This is where self-discipline, a topic for a dedicated self-discipline audiobook, is built. How do I connect my daily habits to a higher purpose if I'm not sure what that is yet? Start by focusing on habits that improve your well-being, physical, mental, emotional. As you grow stronger and clearer, your purpose may emerge. Habits like daily learning, mindfulness, or exercise are beneficial regardless of your specific purpose. Many personal development audiobooks guide you through discovering your purpose. Building habits that align with your highest purpose is an ongoing act of self-creation. It's how you translate your intentions into reality day by day. It's the mechanism through which you cultivate mental toughness, achieve your goals, and live a life of meaning. This isn't just about productivity. It's about becoming the person you aspire to be. Someone who is mentally strong, purposeful, and capable of making a positive impact. With a foundation of responsibility and the engine of purposeful habits, you are well on your way to becoming mentally unstoppable. Let's continue to add more powerful rules to your arsenal. Chapter 3. Rule 3. Overcome fear by taking action. Despite uncertainty, the courage catalyst for mental strength. Welcome back to 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've established the importance of taking responsibility and building purposeful habits. Now we confront a formidable adversary that often stands in the way of our progress: fear. Rule number 3 is to overcome fear by taking action, despite uncertainty. This isn't about becoming fearless. It's about cultivating the courage to act in spite of fear. How does this courageous action contribute to becoming mentally strong? And why is it a catalyst for true resilience? Fear is a natural human emotion. It's a survival mechanism designed to protect us from danger. However, in our modern lives, fear often manifests not in response to physical threats, but to psychological ones. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown, fear of success. These fears, if unaddressed, can paralyze us, preventing us from taking risks, pursuing our dreams, and unlocking our full potential. Many a motivational audiobook will tell you that the path to mental strength is paved with actions taken in the face of such fears. The paradox of fear is that the more you try to avoid it, the bigger it often becomes. The most effective way to diminish fear's power is to confront it, not by thinking your way out of it, but by acting your way through it. Action is the antidote to fear. When you take action despite uncertainty, you send a powerful message to your brain. I can handle this. I am capable. This is how you get mental strength and build unshakable self-belief. Why is taking action despite fear so vital for mental strength? It builds courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the judgment that something else is more important than fear. Each time you act despite fear, you are exercising your courage muscle, making it stronger. This is a practical form of resilience training. It reduces fear's power. Fear thrives in inaction and imagination. When you're stuck in your head, imagining all the worst-case scenarios, fear can seem insurmountable. But when you take action, you engage with reality, and often reality is far less terrifying than your fears make it out to be. Action demystifies fear. It creates momentum. The hardest part is often starting. Once you take that first step, no matter how small, you create momentum. This momentum makes subsequent steps easier and builds your confidence. Many full audiobooks on success emphasize this principle. It fosters learning and growth. Even if your action doesn't lead to the desired outcome, you will learn something valuable. Failure, when viewed as feedback, is a powerful teacher. Taking action, even if it results in a mistake, provides data you can use to adjust your approach. This is core to personal development. It expands your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is defined by the boundaries of what feels safe and familiar. Every time you act despite fear, you push those boundaries, expanding your comfort zone and increasing your capacity to handle new challenges. This makes you mentally stronger. How to take action despite fear and uncertainty. Acknowledge and accept the fear. Don't try to suppress or ignore your fear. Acknowledge its presence. Say to yourself, I feel scared, and that's okay. Accepting the fear reduces its emotional charge. This is a common theme in mindfulness practices, often discussed in calming voice audiobooks. Identify the smallest possible step. When a task or goal feels overwhelming and fear-inducing, break it down into the smallest, most manageable step you can take. What's one tiny action you can do right now? Focusing on that one step can make the fear feel less paralyzing. Focus on action, not perfection. Perfectionism is often a mask for fear. Fear of not being good enough. Let go of the need to get it perfect. Focus on taking action and making progress. You can always refine and improve later. Reframe your thoughts. Challenge the negative thoughts and worst-case scenarios that fear conjures up. Ask yourself, what's the evidence for this fear? What's the most likely outcome? What's the best-case scenario? Even if the worst happens, can I handle it? This cognitive reframing is a powerful tool for building mental strength. Visualize success and navigating challenges. While visualizing success is important, Rule 25, also visualize yourself successfully navigating the feared situation or overcoming the obstacle. Mentally rehearse taking action despite feeling scared. This builds familiarity and confidence. Use fear as a compass. Often, the things we fear most are the things that will lead to our greatest growth. Susan Jeffers, in her book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, suggests that fear can be a signal that you're on the right track, moving towards something important. Seek support, but don't rely on reassurance alone. Talking about your fears with a trusted friend, mentor, or therapist can be helpful. However, avoid getting trapped in a cycle of seeking reassurance without taking action. Support should empower you to act, not enable inaction. Common questions about overcoming fear through action. What if I take action and fail? Failure is a possibility, but it's not the end. As we'll discuss in a later rule, failure is a learning opportunity. The regret of not trying, of letting fear dictate your life, is often far greater than the failure of an attempt that didn't pan out as expected. Resilience is built by getting back up after you fall. How do I differentiate between healthy fear, warning of real danger, and psychological fear, fear of failure, rejection, etc.? Healthy fear often has an immediate, tangible threat, e.g., fear of a speeding car. Psychological fear is usually about future possibilities or ego threats. Learn to assess the actual risk. Is your life in danger, or is your ego feeling threatened? This discernment is a sign of mental clarity. What if the fear is so overwhelming I can't even take a small step? If fear is debilitating and significantly impacting your life, seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor is a sign of strength, not weakness. They can provide tools and strategies to manage anxiety and fear. Taking action despite uncertainty and fear is how you build the courage that defines a mentally unstoppable individual. It's a continuous practice, a daily choice to step forward. Even when your knees are knocking, each courageous act, no matter how small, chips away at the dominance of fear and builds a mountain of self-confidence and mental strength. This isn't just advice from a motivational audiobook. It's a universal truth experienced by anyone who has achieved something meaningful. You have the capacity for immense courage. It's time to unleash it by taking that first fear-facing step. With responsibility, purposeful habits, and now courage in your toolkit, you're building an impressive foundation. Chapter 4. Rule 4. Focus on progress, not perfection, the sustaining fuel for mental resilience. Welcome to rule number 4 in 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've talked about responsibility, purposeful habits, and courageous action. Now let's discuss a mindset shift that is crucial for sustaining your journey. Focus on progress, not perfection. Why is this distinction so critical for building mental resilience and maintaining a positive mindset, especially when overcoming obstacles? Perfectionism is often disguised as a noble pursuit of excellence, but in reality, it can be a significant barrier to mental strength and achievement. The desire for perfection can lead to procrastination, waiting for the perfect moment or conditions, an intense fear of failure because anything less than perfect is seen as failure, and chronic dissatisfaction because perfection is an unattainable ideal. This is a trap that many high achievers fall into, and it can sabotage the very success they seek. A key theme in many self-improvement audiobooks is learning to navigate this challenge. Focusing on progress, on the other hand, is about celebrating the small steps, learning from the journey, and recognizing that growth is a continuous process of iteration and improvement. It's about striving for excellence, yes, but doing so with a sense of compassion for yourself and an understanding that done is often better than perfect, but never finished. This mindset fosters mental resilience because it allows you to keep moving forward even when things aren't flawless. Why is focusing on progress so important for mental resilience? It combats procrastination. The pressure of perfection can make starting a task feel overwhelming. When you focus on simply making progress, taking that first step becomes much easier. This momentum is key to overcoming obstacles. It builds momentum and motivation, acknowledging and celebrating small wins. Progress releases dopamine in your brain, creating a positive feedback loop that boosts motivation and encourages further action. This is much more sustainable than relying on the elusive feeling of perfection. It encourages learning and adaptation. When you're not fixated on perfection, you're more open to trying new things, making mistakes, and learning from them. This adaptability is a cornerstone of mental toughness and personal development. It reduces stress and anxiety. The constant pursuit of an unattainable ideal, perfection, is inherently stressful. Focusing on progress allows for a more relaxed and enjoyable journey, which is vital for maintaining a positive mindset. This is often highlighted in audiobooks focused on well-being. It fosters self-compassion. Perfectionism often comes with harsh self-criticism. Shifting to a progress-oriented mindset encourages you to be kinder to yourself, acknowledging your efforts and growth rather than just your flaws. This is vital for mental resilience. How to shift your focus from perfection to progress. Set process. Goals, not just outcome goals. While having an end goal is important, also set goals related to the process. For example, instead of just write a perfect book, set a process goal of write for 30 minutes every day. This focuses your attention on the actions that lead to progress. This is a practical tip often found in goal-setting audiobooks. Break down large tasks. Just as we discussed with overcoming fear, breaking down large, perfection-demanding tasks into smaller, manageable steps makes progress more visible and less daunting. Practice the good enough principle. Recognize that in many cases, good enough is perfectly acceptable and allows you to move forward. You can always iterate and improve later. This doesn't mean producing shoddy work. It means releasing the paralysis of perfectionism. Celebrate small wins. Actively acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Did you stick to your habit for a day? Did you complete one part of a project? Celebrate it. This reinforces the behavior. Embrace imperfection as part of growth. Understand that mistakes and imperfections are inevitable and are valuable learning opportunities. They don't mean you're a failure. They mean you're trying and learning. This is central to any resilience training audiobook. Use a done list alongside a to-do list. At the end of the day, list what you accomplished, progress made, rather, than just focusing on what's still left on your to-do list. This shifts your perspective to what you've achieved. Seek feedback for improvement, not validation of perfection. Use feedback as a tool to guide your progress and iteration rather than seeking praise for a perfect product. Common questions about focusing on progress. Doesn't focusing on progress mean settling for mediocrity? Not at all. It's about sustainable excellence. The relentless pursuit of perfection often leads to burnout and inaction. Focusing on consistent progress allows you to improve steadily over time, leading to higher quality outcomes in the long run. It's about smart striving, not impossible ideals. How do I know when good enough is actually good enough? This can depend on the context. Sometimes a project has clear standards. Other times, it's about setting your own reasonable standards and knowing when further tweaks will yield diminishing returns. It's a judgment call that improves with experience and self-awareness. What if I'm in a field where perfection is expected? E.g., surgeon, pilot. In high-stakes professions, the standard for good enough is incredibly high, and rightly so. However, even in these fields, training involves making progress, learning from mistakes in controlled environments, and continuously refining skills. The mindset of progress helps in the learning and skill acquisition phase. Focusing on progress rather than perfection is a liberating mindset shift. It allows you to enjoy the journey, learn from your experiences, and build sustainable mental resilience. It's about embracing the beauty of becoming rather than chasing an illusion of being flawless. This approach will fuel your mental toughness, keep your positive mindset intact, and help you overcome obstacles with greater ease and consistency. With this rule, you're learning not just to start and act, but to sustain your efforts over the long haul. This is a vital ingredient for becoming truly mentally unstoppable. Chapter 5. Rule 5. Embrace discomfort, the crucible for unlocking true potential and mental strength. Welcome back to 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've covered the importance of responsibility, purposeful habits, courageous action, and focusing on progress. Now we arrive at rule number 5, a principle that often separates those who achieve extraordinary growth from those who remain stagnant. Embrace discomfort. How can stepping into discomfort, rather than away from it, be the crucible that forges true mental strength and unlocks your deepest potential? Our natural human inclination is to seek comfort and avoid pain or discomfort. This is a basic survival instinct. However, in the context of personal growth and achieving ambitious goals, your comfort zone can become a gilded cage. It feels safe and familiar, but it's also where potential goes to wither. True growth, significant breakthroughs, and the development of profound mental strength almost always happen outside your comfort zone, in the realm of discomfort. Many personal development audiobooks highlight this as a critical juncture for transformation. Embracing discomfort doesn't mean seeking out unnecessary suffering. It means willingly engaging in challenging tasks, difficult conversations, or new experiences that stretch your abilities and push your boundaries, even when they feel awkward, intimidating, or effortful. It's in these moments of productive discomfort that you build resilience, learn new skills, and discover capabilities you never knew you possessed. Why is embracing discomfort so essential for mental strength and potential? It is where growth happens. Just like muscles need to be stressed, discomfort to grow stronger, your mental and emotional capacities expand when you push beyond your current limits. Comfort equals stagnation. Discomfort signals growth. It builds resilience. Regularly exposing yourself to manageable levels of discomfort makes you more resilient to larger stresses and setbacks. You learn that you can handle difficult feelings and situations, which is the essence of resilience training. It increases your tolerance for challenge. The more you practice stepping into discomfort, the less intimidating future challenges become. Your threshold for what feels too hard expands, making you mentally stronger. It boosts confidence. Every time you successfully navigate a situation that initially felt uncomfortable, you prove to yourself that you are capable. This builds genuine experience-based confidence. It uncovers hidden strengths. Often, you don't know what you're truly capable of until you're tested. Discomfort can reveal inner resources, creativity, and fortitude you didn't realize you had. This is how you get mental strength, by discovering it within. It helps overcome fear. Many fears are rooted in the anticipation of discomfort, e.g., fear of public speaking is often fear of the discomfort of judgment or anxiety. By embracing the discomfort, you desensitize yourself to the fear. How to actively embrace discomfort for growth. Identify your comfort zone. Edges. Pay attention to situations, tasks, or conversations that make you feel slightly anxious, resistant, or uncomfortable. These are often indicators of where your growth edge lies. Start small and incrementally. Don't try to leap miles outside your comfort zone all at once. Take small, deliberate steps. If you fear public speaking, start by speaking up more in small meetings, then volunteer for a short presentation. Reframe discomfort as a signal of growth. When you feel that familiar tug of discomfort, remind yourself, this feeling means I'm growing, this is an opportunity. Shift your internal narrative from this is scary, unpleasant, to this is challenging, a chance to learn. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Engage with the uncomfortable task. With curiosity, what can you learn from this experience, regardless of the outcome? This detachment can make the discomfort more manageable. Practice voluntary hardship. Deliberately choose to do things that are challenging but beneficial. This could be taking a cold shower, committing to a tough workout, fasting for a period, if medically appropriate, or tackling a difficult intellectual problem. This builds mental toughness. Learn to sit with uncomfortable emotions. Instead of immediately trying to escape or numb uncomfortable feelings, like anxiety, boredom, frustration, practice simply observing them without judgment. This increases your emotional resilience. This is a core tenet of many mindfulness audiobooks. Seek out challenges. Actively look for opportunities that will stretch you. Volunteer for a project that seems slightly beyond your current skill set. Take a course in a subject that intimidates you. Common questions about embracing discomfort. Isn't it better to feel good and avoid stress? While well-being is important, a life devoid of challenge and discomfort often leads to boredom and a lack of fulfillment. Productive discomfort, when managed, leads to growth and a deeper, more earned sense of satisfaction. It's about balance. How do I know if it's productive discomfort or just pointless suffering? Productive discomfort is usually aligned with your goals and values. It feels challenging, but has a purpose. Pointless suffering often feels draining without any clear benefit or alignment with your growth. Listen to your intuition. What if I try and fail when stepping out of my comfort zone? This is a common fear. Remember Rule 4. Focus on progress, not perfection. Failure in this context is simply feedback. What did you learn? How can you approach it differently next time? Every attempt, successful or not, expands your experience and resilience if you learn from it. This is key to overcoming obstacles. Embracing discomfort is a conscious choice to prioritize growth over temporary ease. It's the understanding that the path to becoming mentally unstoppable and unlocking your true potential is paved with challenges that stretch you, test you, and ultimately transform you. When you learn to lean into discomfort, you turn obstacles into opportunities and fear into fuel. This rule is a game changer. It transforms your relationship with challenges from one of avoidance to one of active engagement. This is how you build the deep, unshakable mental strength that defines a truly unstoppable individual. Okay, let's continue our deep dive into becoming mentally unstoppable. Chapter 6, Rule 6. Cultivate mental strength by embracing daily challenges, your everyday gym for the mind. Welcome back to 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've just explored the transformative power of embracing discomfort. Now let's refine that concept further with rule number 6. Cultivate mental strength by embracing daily challenges. If embracing discomfort is about stepping into the unknown, then embracing daily challenges is about turning your everyday life into a training ground, a gym for your mind. How can these seemingly small, everyday hurdles become potent tools for building mental strength and fostering a positive mindset? Think about physical fitness. You don't get physically strong by lifting a massive weight once a year. You build strength through consistent, regular workouts by challenging your muscles day in and day out. The same principle applies to mental strength. It's not forged in a single heroic moment of overcoming a massive obstacle, though those moments are important too. It's cultivated through the consistent and conscious engagement with the smaller daily challenges that life inevitably presents. This is a core concept in many self-improvement audiobooks and a practical answer to how to get mental strength. Daily challenges can range from tackling a difficult task at work, having a slightly uncomfortable but necessary conversation, resisting a tempting distraction, pushing through a boring chore, or even just choosing a healthier option when you're craving something less nutritious. These aren't monumental crises, but they are opportunities. Each time you choose to face a small challenge rather than avoid it, you're doing a rep for your mental strength muscle. You're building resilience, one small act at a time. Why is embracing daily challenges so effective for cultivating mental strength? It builds a habit of resilience. Consistency is key. By regularly facing and navigating small challenges, you normalize the experience of overcoming difficulty. It becomes less of a shock to your system when bigger obstacles arise, making this a practical form of resilience training. It increases self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is your belief in your own ability to succeed in specific situations or accomplish a task. Each successfully navigated daily challenge, no matter how minor, reinforces this belief. I handled that, so I can probably handle this too. This is a powerful way to become mentally strong. It expands your problem-solving skills. Daily challenges often require you to think on your feet, find creative solutions, and adapt your approach. This constant mental engagement sharpens your problem-solving abilities. It reduces the fear of failure on a small scale. When you regularly engage with challenges where the stakes are relatively low, you get more comfortable with the possibility of not getting it perfect or even failing in a minor way. This desensitization helps when facing bigger risks. It fosters a proactive, positive mindset. Instead of seeing daily life as a series of annoyances to be endured, you start to see it as a series of opportunities for growth and strengthening. This shift contributes significantly to a positive mindset, a topic explored in depth in the Power of Positive Thinking audiobook genre. How to actively embrace daily challenges to cultivate mental strength. Identify your micro-challenges. Start your day by consciously looking for small challenges you might typically avoid or procrastinate on. This could be making that phone call, organizing that messy drawer, or starting the report you've been dreading. Choose the slightly harder path, sometimes. When faced with a choice, occasionally opt for the option that requires a bit more effort or pushes you slightly. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Offer to help with a task that's a bit outside your comfort zone. This is about intentional discomfort, as discussed in Rule 5. Reframe annoyances as training opportunities. Stuck in traffic? Instead of fuming, can you practice patience or listen to a personal development audiobook? Long queue at the store? An opportunity to practice mindfulness. This reframing is a sign of mental strength. Set small, achievable daily goals. Give yourself 1 or 2 small, challenging but doable tasks to accomplish each day. Completing them provides a sense of mastery and progress. This aligns with principles from goal-setting audiobooks. Practice productive discomfort in your routine. Incorporate small, intentionally challenging elements into your routine. This could be a 5-minute burst of high-intensity exercise, learning a new word in a foreign language each day, or reading a challenging article. Reflect on how you handled challenges. At the end of the day, briefly reflect on the small challenges you faced. How did you respond? What did you learn? What could you do differently next time? This reinforces the learning process. Common questions about embracing daily challenges. Won't this just make my life more stressful? The key is manageable challenges. It's not about overwhelming yourself. It's about consciously engaging with the existing, often minor difficulties of daily life in a way that builds strength rather than drains it. The feeling of competence gained often reduces overall stress. What if I'm already overwhelmed with big challenges? If you're facing significant crises, this rule might need to be adapted. Focus on breaking down those big challenges into smaller, daily, manageable steps. The principle remains the same. Engage with what's in front of you. How is this different from just being busy? Being busy is about activity. Embracing daily challenges is about intentional engagement with difficulty for the purpose of growth. You can be busy avoiding challenges. This is about facing them, however small. Cultivating mental strength by embracing daily challenges is about transforming your ordinary life into an extraordinary training ground. It's about recognizing that every day offers countless opportunities to practice resilience, discipline, and problem-solving. This consistent, low-stakes practice prepares you for the bigger battles and builds an unshakable foundation of mental fortitude. It's a subtle but incredibly powerful way to become mentally strong, reinforcing a positive mindset that sees opportunity in every obstacle. This isn't just a theory. It's a practical daily application that will yield significant results in your journey to becoming mentally unstoppable. Remember, mental strength isn't just for the David Goggins types facing extreme adversity. It's for everyone, every day. Each small challenge met is a victory for your mind. Chapter 7. Rule 7. Develop resilience by bouncing back from failure. Quickly, the art of the swift rebound. Welcome to rule number 7 in our 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable series. We've explored how to cultivate strength through daily challenges. Now we tackle an inevitable part of any ambitious journey: failure. Rule number 7 is to develop resilience by bouncing back from failure quickly. It's not about avoiding failure. That's impossible if you're truly stretching yourself. It's about mastering the art of the swift rebound. How does the speed of your recovery from setbacks define your mental resilience and contribute to becoming mentally strong? Failure. The word itself can evoke feelings of disappointment, shame, and frustration. Many people fear failure so much that they avoid taking risks or pursuing their dreams altogether. But mentally tough individuals have a different relationship with failure. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. It's a data point, a lesson, an opportunity to recalibrate. The key differentiator, however, is not just if you get back up, but how quickly you get back up. This is a core theme in any mental resilience audiobook. Developing the ability to bounce back quickly from failure is crucial for maintaining momentum, preserving your mental energy, and staying on course towards your long-term goals. Dwelling on failure, ruminating on what went wrong, or allowing yourself to be consumed by negative emotions for extended periods can be incredibly detrimental. It saps your motivation, erodes your confidence, and keeps you stuck in the past. A rapid rebound fueled by positive thinking and a growth mindset is a hallmark of mental strength. Why is bouncing back quickly from failure so critical for resilience? It preserves momentum. The longer you stay down after a failure, the harder it is to regain momentum. A quick rebound allows you to get back in the game while the lessons are still fresh and your overall trajectory isn't significantly disrupted. It minimizes negative emotional impact. While it's important to acknowledge and process the emotions associated with failure, dwelling on them excessively can lead to a downward spiral. Bouncing back quickly helps to contain the negative emotional fallout. This is a practical aspect of overcoming obstacles. It reinforces a growth mindset. Rapid recovery signals to yourself that you see failure as a learning opportunity, not a definitive judgment of your abilities. This reinforces the belief that you can improve and succeed. It builds confidence in your ability to handle setbacks. Each time you bounce back quickly, you prove to yourself that you can handle adversity. This builds a track record of resilience, which boosts your overall confidence and mental toughness. It saves time and energy. Prolonged periods of inaction or rumination after a failure are a waste of precious time and mental energy. A swift rebound allows you to redirect those resources towards constructive action. How to develop the ability to bounce back from failure. Quickly, acknowledge and validate your emotions. Briefly, it's okay to feel disappointed, frustrated, or sad after a failure. Allow yourself a short, defined period to acknowledge these feelings. Suppressing them isn't healthy. However, set a time limit. This is a key tip from many a self-help audiobook. Reframe failure as feedback. This is crucial. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What went well despite the outcome? What can I do differently next time? Shift from I failed to this attempt didn't work and here's what I learned. This is the essence of positive thinking in the face of adversity. Depersonalize the failure. Separate the outcome from your self-worth. A failed attempt doesn't make you a failure. It was an event, an experiment that yielded a particular result. This is how you get mental strength. By protecting your core identity, focus on what you can control. You can't change the past failure, but you can control your response to it and your actions moving forward. Shift your focus immediately to what you can do next. Take swift corrective action, if possible. If there are immediate steps you can take to mitigate the damage or apply the lessons learned, do so quickly. Action is a powerful antidote to rumination. Remind yourself of past successes and resilience. Recall times when you've overcome challenges or bounced back from setbacks before. This reminds you of your inherent capacity for resilience. Maintain perspective. Is this failure truly catastrophic, or is it a temporary setback in the grand scheme of things? Often, failures feel bigger in the moment than they actually are. Seek support, but avoid wallowing. Talk to a trusted friend, mentor, or coach who can offer perspective and encouragement. However, be mindful of not getting stuck in a cycle of complaining or seeking pity. The goal is to process and move forward. Common questions about bouncing back from failure. Quickly. Doesn't bouncing back quickly mean I'm not taking the failure seriously or learning from it properly? Not at all. A swift rebound isn't about ignoring the lessons. It's about efficient processing. You can analyze, learn, and integrate the lessons without dwelling in negativity for weeks. It's about being constructively reflective, not destructively ruminative. What if the failure is really big and has significant consequences? For larger failures, the rebound might take longer and involve more complex emotional processing and problem-solving. However, the mindset of aiming for a constructive and forward-moving response, rather than prolonged despair, remains crucial. The principles of reframing, learning, and focusing on control still apply. Is it always possible to bounce back quickly? The speed will vary depending on the individual and the nature of the failure. The goal is to make your rebound as swift as is healthy and constructive for you. It's about continuous improvement in your recovery process, not achieving an arbitrary speed. Developing the ability to bounce back quickly from failure is like training a mental immune system. The more you practice it, the stronger and more efficient it becomes at dealing with the pathogens of setbacks and disappointments. This rapid resilience is a defining characteristic of mentally strong individuals who understand that the journey to success is paved with lessons learned from missteps. It keeps your positive thinking intact and ensures that you're always moving forward, wiser and more determined. This is a powerful rule from our 25 universal rules to live an unstoppable life, because it transforms a common point of pain into a catalyst for greater strength. Master this art of the swift rebound, and you'll find that failures lose their sting, and your path to becoming mentally unstoppable becomes clearer and more attainable. Chapter 8, Rule 8, Commit to continuous learning and growth every day, the lifelong pursuit of a stronger mind. Welcome back to our exploration of the 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. Having learned to bounce back swiftly from failure, we now turn to rule number 8. Commit to continuous learning and growth every day. This isn't just about formal education or acquiring new job skills. It's a holistic approach to life, a mindset that sees every day as an opportunity to expand your knowledge, refine your understanding, and become a better version of yourself. How does this commitment to lifelong learning fuel mental strength, foster a positive mindset, and contribute to overall self-improvement? In a world that is constantly changing and evolving, the idea that learning stops after school or university is outdated and limiting. Mentally strong individuals understand that growth is not a destination, but a continuous journey. They are characterized by their curiosity, their openness to new ideas, and their proactive pursuit of knowledge and skills. This commitment to continuous learning is a powerful engine for personal development and a key ingredient in maintaining mental clarity and agility. It's a recurring theme in many a quality self-help audiobook. Committing to daily learning and growth doesn't necessarily mean enrolling in new courses every week or reading a book every day, though those can be part of it. It's about cultivating an attitude of inquiry and receptiveness. It's about asking questions, seeking to understand different perspectives, learning from your experiences, both successes and failures, as per Rule 7, and actively looking for ways to improve your skills, your thinking, and your character. Why is a commitment to continuous learning and growth so vital for mental strength? It keeps your mind sharp and agile. Learning new things creates new neural pathways in your brain, enhancing cognitive functions like memory, problem-solving, and critical thinking. This mental agility is crucial for navigating complexity and adapting to change, making you mentally stronger. It builds confidence and competence. The more you learn and grow, the more competent you become in various areas of your life. This increased competence naturally leads to greater self-confidence. It fosters adaptability and resilience. A commitment to learning helps you stay relevant and adaptable in a rapidly changing world. When you're constantly learning, you're better, equipped to handle new challenges and pivot when necessary. This is a form of resilience training. It provides new perspectives and solutions. Learning exposes you to different ideas, cultures, and ways of thinking. This broadened perspective can help you approach problems with more creativity and find innovative solutions, enhancing mental clarity. It fuels a positive mindset. The act of learning and growing is inherently positive and empowering. It provides a sense of progress and purpose, which contributes to a more optimistic outlook on life. This aligns with the principles of the power of positive thinking. It prevents stagnation. Without continuous growth, we can become stuck in ruts, repeating old patterns and limiting our potential. Daily learning keeps us dynamic, evolving, and engaged with life. How to commit to continuous learning and growth. Every day, cultivate curiosity. Approach the world with a curious mind. Ask why and how. Don't be afraid to admit what you don't. Know and actively seek to learn more. Read widely. Books, articles, research papers, blogs. Expose yourself to a variety of information and perspectives. Even 15-30 minutes of reading a day can make a huge difference. Many free audiobooks offer great learning content. Learn from everyone you meet. Every person has a unique story and set of experiences. Practice active listening and be open to learning from others, regardless of their background or status. Reflect on your experiences. Take time each day to reflect on what happened, what you learned, and how you could have approached things differently. Journaling is an excellent tool for this. Seek feedback regularly. Actively ask for constructive feedback from trusted colleagues, mentors, or friends. See feedback as a gift that helps you identify blind spots and areas for improvement. This is a sign of mental strength. Embrace new skills. Make an effort to learn new skills, whether they are related to your career, a hobby, or personal development, e.g., a new language, coding, cooking, mindfulness. Listen to educational audiobooks and podcasts. Utilize your commute or downtime to learn. There's a wealth of knowledge available in audio format, from full audiobooks on specific topics to insightful podcasts. Take online courses or attend workshops. Platforms like Coursera, Udemy, EDX, and local community centers offer numerous opportunities for structured learning. Step outside your comfort zone. As discussed in Rule 5, new experiences often lead to the most significant learning and growth. Teach others. One of the best ways to solidify your own learning is to teach what you know to someone else. Common questions about continuous learning and growth. I don't have time for continuous learning with my busy schedule. Learning doesn't always require large blocks of dedicated time. It can be integrated into your daily life. Listening to an audiobook during your commute, reading an article during your lunch break, reflecting for 10 minutes before bed. It's about making small, consistent efforts. What if I feel like I'm too old to learn new things? The brain has an amazing capacity for learning throughout life, neuroplasticity. The belief that you're too old is often a limiting belief itself. Embrace the challenge. You might surprise yourself. Where do I even start? There's so much to learn. Start with what genuinely interests you, or what would be most beneficial for your current goals. Don't try to learn everything at once. Pick one or two areas and dive in. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Committing to continuous learning and growth every day is like investing in the most valuable asset you have, your mind. It's a lifelong pursuit that not only makes you more knowledgeable and skilled, but also more adaptable, resilient, and mentally strong. This daily dedication to self-improvement is what keeps you evolving, prevents stagnation, and ensures that you are always equipped to meet the challenges and opportunities of life with confidence and clarity. This is how you actively build your inner strength and cultivate a truly unstoppable mindset. This commitment will not only enhance your understanding of the world, but also deepen your understanding of yourself, paving the way for profound personal transformation. All right, let's press on with building your unstoppable mental fortress. Chapter 9, Rule 9, Transform Negative Thoughts into Powerful Positive Beliefs, Mastering Your Inner Dialogue. Welcome back to 25 Universal Rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've established the importance of daily learning and growth. Now, we delve into the very fabric of our mental landscape with Rule number 9, Transform negative thoughts into powerful positive beliefs. This is about mastering your inner dialogue, understanding that your thoughts shape your reality, and learning to consciously shift from a pattern of negativity to one of empowerment. How can you harness the power of positive thinking to cultivate mental strength, achieve mental clarity, and build an unshakable success mindset? Our minds are constantly chattering. This internal monologue can be our greatest ally or our worst enemy. Negative thoughts, thoughts of doubt, fear, criticism, and limitation can creep in and, if left unchecked, can solidify into limiting beliefs that sabotage our efforts and diminish our well-being. The power of positive thinking is not just a catchphrase, it's a profound psychological principle. Learning to transform these negative thoughts is a cornerstone of becoming mentally strong and is a frequent topic in many A Power of Positive Thinking audiobook. It's important to understand that having negative thoughts is normal. Everyone experiences them. The key is not to eliminate them entirely, which is likely impossible, but to change your relationship with them. It's about recognizing them, challenging them, and consciously replacing them with thoughts and beliefs that are more aligned with your goals and your true potential. This process is an active one, requiring awareness, effort, and practice. Why is transforming negative thoughts into positive beliefs so crucial for mental strength? Thoughts influence emotions and actions. Your thoughts trigger your emotions, and your emotions drive your actions. Negative thoughts lead to negative emotions, fear, sadness, anger, which often result in unhelpful actions, procrastination, withdrawal, aggression. Conversely, positive thoughts foster positive emotions, confidence, joy, hope, leading to constructive actions. This is central to the success mindset. Beliefs shape your reality. What you consistently think, you start to believe. And your beliefs act like a filter through which you perceive the world and yourself. If you believe you're incapable, you'll interpret events in a way that confirms this belief. Transforming negative thoughts helps you build empowering beliefs that open up new possibilities. It builds mental resilience. Learning to manage and reframe negative thoughts makes you more resilient to stress and adversity. You become less likely to be derailed by setbacks because you have the mental tools to maintain a constructive perspective. It enhances mental clarity. Negative thoughts often create mental fog and confusion. By transforming them, you clear your mind, allowing for better decision-making, problem-solving, and focus. This is a key outcome for listeners of any mental clarity audiobook. It boosts self-esteem and confidence. Constantly battling negative self-talk erodes self-esteem. Replacing these thoughts with positive, self-affirming beliefs builds a stronger sense of self-worth and confidence. How to transform negative thoughts into powerful, positive beliefs. Practice awareness. Catch the thought. The first step is to become aware of your negative thoughts. Pay attention to your inner dialogue, especially during times of stress or challenge. What are you telling yourself? Journaling can help identify recurring negative thought patterns. Challenge the negative thought. Once you identify a negative thought, question its validity. Ask yourself, is this thought 100% true? What evidence do I have for and against this thought? Am I catastrophizing or making assumptions? What would I tell a friend who had this thought? This cognitive challenging is a core technique in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. Reframe the thought. Replace the negative thought with a more balanced, realistic, or positive one. For example, negative. I'll never be able to do this. Reframe. This is challenging, but I can learn and improve. I'll break it down into smaller steps. Negative. I'm a failure. Reframe. I made a mistake, and I can learn from it. This doesn't define me. Use positive affirmations. Consciously repeat positive statements about yourself and your abilities. These should be present tense, personal, and positive. For example, I am capable and resourceful. I handle challenges with grace and strength. I am worthy of success. Listeners of The Power of Positive Thinking audiobook full often find this a key takeaway. Focus on your strengths and past successes. When negative thoughts arise, consciously shift your focus to your strengths, talents, and past accomplishments. Remind yourself of times you've overcome obstacles before. Practice gratitude. Regularly focusing on what you're grateful for, as we'll explore in a later rule, helps to counteract negativity and foster a more positive overall mindset. Limit exposure to negativity. Be mindful of the media you consume, the conversations you engage in, and the people you spend time with. Reduce your exposure to sources of negativity that can fuel your own negative thoughts. Visualize positive outcomes. Actively imagine yourself succeeding and feeling confident and capable. Visualization helps to reinforce positive beliefs and counteract fear-based thinking. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. It creates a space between you and your thoughts, allowing you to choose not to believe or act on the negative ones. A calming voice audiobook on mindfulness can be very helpful here. Common questions about transforming negative thoughts. Isn't this just pretending everything is okay when it's not? Is it like wearing rose-tinted glasses? No, it's not about denial or ignoring reality. It's about choosing a more constructive and empowering interpretation of reality. It's about focusing on solutions and your own agency, rather than dwelling on problems or feeling helpless. It's about realistic optimism. What if the negative thoughts feel overwhelmingly true? This is common, especially if they are deeply ingrained beliefs. It takes consistent practice to challenge and change them. Sometimes, working with a therapist or counselor can be very beneficial in uncovering and addressing deep-seated negative beliefs. How long does it take to see a change? This varies for everyone. Some people might notice small shifts quickly, while for others, it's a more gradual process. The key is consistent effort and patience with yourself. Every time you successfully challenge and reframe a negative thought, you are strengthening your mental muscle. Transforming negative thoughts into powerful, positive beliefs is a fundamental skill for becoming mentally unstoppable. It's about reclaiming control over your inner world, which in turn gives you greater control over your outer world. By mastering your inner dialogue, you cultivate the mental strength, clarity, and resilience needed to navigate life's challenges and pursue your goals with unwavering confidence. This is the essence of the power of positive thinking, not a passive wish, but an active, transformative process. This rule empowers you to become the conscious creator of your mental environment, laying a fertile ground for all other aspects of mental strength to flourish. Chapter 10. Rule 10. Set clear and achievable goals, your roadmap to mental fortitude and success. Welcome to the 10th rule in our journey with 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. Having explored how to transform our inner thought patterns, we now turn our attention outwards to the tangible actions that shape our future. Rule number 10 is to set clear and achievable goals. This might seem like standard advice, but its profound impact on mental toughness, cultivating a success mindset, and developing self-discipline is often underestimated. How does the practice of effective goal setting serve as a roadmap to mental fortitude and the achievement of what matters most to you? Goals are more than just wishes or vague desires. They are specific, measurable targets that give direction and purpose to our efforts. Without clear goals, we can drift aimlessly, susceptible to distractions, and easily discouraged by obstacles. Mentally strong individuals understand the power of well-defined goals. They use them not just to achieve external success, but also as a framework for building internal strength and resilience. The process of setting, pursuing, and achieving goals is, in itself, a powerful mental toughness training exercise. Many a goal-setting audiobook will attest to this. Setting clear and achievable goals is key. Clear means your goal is specific and well-defined, leaving no room for ambiguity. Achievable, or realistic, means that while it might be challenging, it's within the realm of possibility with effort and a good plan. Setting goals that are too vague or utterly unattainable can lead to frustration and a sense of failure, which is counterproductive to building a positive mindset. Why is setting clear and achievable goals so crucial for mental strength and success? Provides direction and focus. Clear goals act like a compass, guiding your decisions and actions. They help you prioritize what's important and filter out distractions, ensuring your energy is channeled effectively. This focus is essential for developing mental toughness, increases motivation and commitment. Having a specific target to aim for can be incredibly motivating. When you know what you're working towards and why it matters to you, linking back to your purpose, Rule 2, your commitment deepens. This is a core element of any success mindset, makes progress measurable. Clear goals allow you to track your progress. Seeing yourself move closer to your target, even in small increments, provides a sense of accomplishment and reinforces your efforts. This is vital for maintaining a positive mindset when overcoming obstacles. Builds self-discipline. The process of working towards a goal requires discipline, the ability to stick to your plan even when you don't feel like it, consistently. Practicing this self-discipline strengthens it over time, a topic often covered in a self-discipline audiobook, enhances problem-solving skills. Pursuing goals inevitably involves encountering obstacles. Having a clear goal helps you focus on finding solutions to overcome these hurdles rather than giving up. Boosts self-confidence. Each goal achieved, no matter how small, builds your confidence in your ability to set and achieve future goals. This creates a positive upward spiral of achievement and self-belief, provides a sense of purpose. Goals give meaning to our daily actions. They connect our present efforts to a desired future, providing a sense of purpose that is deeply fulfilling and contributes to mental well-being. This is a common theme in personal development audiobooks. How to set clear and achievable goals. Effectively, use the SMART criteria. This is a popular and effective framework. Specific. What exactly do you want to achieve? Who, what, where, when, why, which measurable? How will you know when you've achieved it? How will you track progress? Achievable. Is the goal realistic given your resources, skills, and time? It should stretch you, but not be impossible. Relevant. Does this goal align with your overall values and larger life purpose? Time-bound. What is the deadline or time frame for achieving this goal? Write your goals down. The act of writing down your goals makes them more concrete and increases your commitment. Keep them visible. Break big goals into smaller steps. Milestones. Large goals can be overwhelming. Break them down into smaller sequential steps or milestones. This makes the goal seem less daunting and allows you to celebrate progress along the way. Create an action plan. For each goal or milestone, outline the specific actions you need to take. What are the daily or weekly tasks? Visualize achieving your goals. As discussed in Rule 25, which we'll get to, regularly visualize yourself successfully reaching your goals. This reinforces your belief and motivation. Review and adjust your goals regularly. Life changes, and so might your goals or the path to achieving them. Periodically review your goals to ensure they are still relevant and make adjustments as needed. This isn't a sign of failure, but of adaptability. Share your goals with someone. Accountability. Sharing your goals with a trusted friend, mentor, or coach can provide support and accountability, increasing your chances of success. Common questions about setting goals. What if I set a goal and don't achieve it? Doesn't that hurt my mental strength? Not achieving a goal is an opportunity to learn. Why didn't you achieve it? Was the goal unrealistic? Was your plan flawed? Did your priorities change? Analyze, learn, adjust, and set new or revised goals. Resilience is built by how you respond to not meeting a goal, not by avoiding setting them for fear of failure. How many goals should I set at once? It's generally better to focus on a few key goals rather than spreading yourself too thin. Quality over quantity. You can have long-term, medium-term, and short-term goals, but be realistic about how many you can actively pursue simultaneously. What's the difference between a goal and a dream? A dream is often a vague aspiration, e.g., I want to be happy. A goal is specific, measurable, and has a plan, e.g., I will improve my happiness by meditating for 10 minutes daily and journaling now 3 things I'm grateful for each evening for the next 30 days. Goals turn dreams into actionable pursuits. Setting clear and achievable goals is like drawing a map for your journey to success and mental fortitude. It provides clarity, motivation, and a framework for action. By mastering the art of effective goal setting, you empower yourself to take control of your future, build unwavering self-discipline, and cultivate the success mindset that defines a mentally unstoppable individual. This is not just about checking items off a list, it's about the growth and strength you gain in the pursuit. With goals in place, you have a clear direction. Now, let's explore how to sustain the energy needed for this journey. Okay, let's keep building that mental fortress, rule by rule. Chapter 11, Rule 11. Prioritize your well-being. Through consistent self-care practices, fueling your mental and physical engine. Keywords: prioritize well-being, self-care practices, mental strength, audiobook, positive mindset audiobook, resilience. Training audiobook, self-improvement audiobook, audiobook for success. Welcome back to 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've just charted our course with clear and achievable goals. But any long and challenging journey requires a well-maintained vehicle. That vehicle is you, your mind and body. Rule number 11 is to prioritize your well-being through consistent self-care practices. In a world that often glorifies hustle and sacrifice, why is prioritizing self-care not a luxury, but an absolute necessity for building mental strength, sustaining a positive mindset, and achieving lasting success? Self-care is often misunderstood. It's not just about bubble baths and spa days, though those can be part of it. True self-care encompasses a range of intentional actions you take to nurture your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. It's about recognizing that your well-being is the foundation upon which everything else is built. If you're running on empty, depleted, and stressed, your ability to be mentally strong, resilient, and productive will inevitably suffer. Many a self-improvement audiobook now emphasizes this crucial link. Prioritizing well-being through consistent self-care isn't selfish. It's a strategic imperative for anyone serious about personal development and living an unstoppable life. It's about ensuring your internal engine is well-fueled, well-rested, and running smoothly so you can tackle challenges, pursue your goals, and show up as your best self. This is a core component of resilience training, often highlighted in audiobooks for success. Why is prioritizing well-being and self-care so essential for mental strength, reduces stress, and prevents burnout? Consistent self-care helps to manage stress levels, which are a major drain on mental energy and a precursor to burnout. Activities like exercise, mindfulness, and adequate rest replenish your reserves, enhances mental clarity and focus. A well-rested and well-nourished mind is a sharper mind. Self-care practices that support brain health, like good sleep and nutrition, improve concentration, decision-making, and problem-solving abilities. This is key for listeners seeking a mental clarity audiobook experience, boosts emotional regulation. Self-care helps you become more attuned to your emotional needs and develop healthier coping mechanisms. This improves your ability to manage difficult emotions without becoming overwhelmed, a hallmark of mental strength. Increases resilience to adversity. When you are physically and emotionally well-resourced, you are better equipped to handle setbacks and bounce back from challenges. Self-care builds your capacity to withstand pressure, improves physical health, which supports mental health. The mind-body connection is undeniable. Taking care of your physical health through exercise, nutrition, and sleep has a direct positive impact on your mood, energy levels, and overall mental well-being. Reinforces self-worth. Making time for self-care sends a powerful message to yourself that you are valuable and deserving of care and attention. This strengthens self-esteem and contributes to a positive mindset. How to prioritize your well-being through consistent self-care practices. Identify your core. Self-care needs. Self-care is personal. What activities truly replenish and rejuvenate you? Consider these categories: physical, sleep, nutrition, exercise, hydration, physical rest; mental, learning, mindfulness, reducing mental clutter, taking breaks from screens, engaging in hobbies that stimulate your mind; emotional, journaling, spending time with supportive loved ones, setting boundaries, expressing emotions healthily; therapy or counseling if needed; spiritual, if applicable; meditation, prayer, spending time in nature, connecting with your values and purpose. Schedule. Self-care. Like any other important appointment, don't leave self-care to "if I have time." Block out time in your calendar for these activities. Treat them as non-negotiable. Start small and be consistent. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Pick one or two small self-care practices and incorporate them into your daily or weekly routine. Consistency is more important than intensity initially. Practice mindful nutrition. Pay attention to how different foods make you feel. Aim for a balanced diet, rich in whole foods, that provide sustained energy. Prioritize sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Establish a relaxing bedtime routine and create a sleep-conducive environment. This is often highlighted in audiobooks focusing on well-being. Move your body regularly. Find a form of exercise you enjoy and make it a consistent part of your life. Even a daily walk can make a big difference. Learn to say no. Setting boundaries is a crucial act of self-care. It's okay to decline requests or commitments that will overextend you or drain your energy. Take regular breaks throughout the day. Step away from your work, stretch, get some fresh air, or do a quick mindfulness exercise. This prevents mental fatigue and boosts productivity. Disconnect from technology regularly. Constant connectivity can be draining. Schedule digital detox periods to allow your mind to rest and recharge. Listen to your body and mind. Pay attention to signals of stress, fatigue, or overwhelm. Don't push yourself to the breaking point. Learn to recognize when you need to rest and recharge. Common questions about prioritizing self-care. I feel guilty taking time for self-care when I have so many other responsibilities. Reframe this. Self-care is not a selfish indulgence. It's essential maintenance. You cannot pour from an empty cup. By taking care of yourself, you become better equipped to handle your responsibilities and support others. What if I don't know what self-care activities work for me? Experiment. Try different things. Yoga, meditation, journaling, hiking, painting, reading, and pay attention to how they make you feel. It's a journey of self-discovery. How can I fit self-care into an already packed schedule? Look for small pockets of time. Can you wake up 15 minutes earlier for some quiet reflection? Can you take a 10-minute walk during your lunch break? Even small, consistent acts of self-care add up. Prioritizing your well-being through consistent self-care practices is like ensuring your car has gas, oil, and regular maintenance. Without it, you'll eventually break down. By making self-care a non-negotiable part of your life, you are actively building the mental and physical resilience needed to pursue your goals, manage stress, and live a more joyful, fulfilling, and Unstoppable life. This isn't just about feeling good, it's about performing at your best and sustaining your mental strength for the long haul. This commitment to your own well-being is a profound act of self-respect and a critical component of becoming mentally unstoppable. Chapter 12. Rule 12. Take consistent action. Even when motivation fades, the power of discipline over fleeting feelings. Welcome back to 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've just discussed the vital importance of fueling ourselves through self-care. Now we address a universal challenge in the pursuit of any significant goal, the inevitable waning of motivation. Rule number 12 is to take consistent action, even when motivation fades. This rule is all about the triumph of discipline over fleeting feelings. How does the ability to act regardless of your motivational state build profound mental toughness and pave the way for a true success mindset? Motivation is a wonderful thing. It can provide an initial burst of energy and enthusiasm, making it easy to start new projects or habits. However, motivation is notoriously unreliable. It ebbs and flows like the tide, influenced by our mood, energy levels, external circumstances, and a myriad of other factors. If we rely solely on motivation to drive our actions, our progress will be inconsistent and sporadic. Many listeners of Audiobooks for Success will recognize this pattern. Mentally strong individuals understand this. They don't wait for motivation to strike. They cultivate self-discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. Consistent action, driven by discipline rather than ephemeral motivation, is the engine that empowers long-term achievement and is a cornerstone of mental toughness. This is a central theme in any effective self-discipline audiobook. Why is taking consistent action despite fading motivation so crucial for mental strength? It builds unshakable self-discipline. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. By consistently acting on your commitments, even when you lack motivation, you are actively training and strengthening your self-discipline. It creates momentum. Action, even small action, creates momentum. Once you start, it's often easier to keep going. This momentum can even reignite motivation. It guarantees progress. While motivation is unpredictable, consistent action guarantees that you are making progress towards your goals, bit by bit, day by day. This steady progress is far more reliable than sporadic bursts of motivated activity. This is how you get mental strength, through sustained effort. It reinforces your identity as a doer. When you consistently follow through on your intentions, regardless of your mood, you build an identity as someone who is reliable, committed, and capable of achieving their goals. This is fundamental to a success mindset. It overcomes procrastination. Procrastination often thrives when we wait for the right feeling or motivation. Discipline cuts through this by focusing on the action itself, not the feeling preceding. It teaches you to manage discomfort. Acting when you're unmotivated often involves pushing through some level of discomfort, boredom, resistance, fatigue. This practice builds your tolerance for discomfort, a key aspect of mental toughness. Rule 5. How to take consistent action. Even when motivation fades, focus on your why, your purpose. Reconnect with your deeper reasons for pursuing your goal. Rule 2. A strong purpose can provide fuel when motivation is low. Break tasks down into tiny steps. If a task feels overwhelming and your motivation is nil, break it down into the smallest possible action. I'll just work on it for 5 minutes. Often, starting is the hardest part. This is a practical tip from many personal development audiobooks. Establish clear routines and habits. As discussed in Rule 2, habits automate behavior. When an action is part of an established routine, you're more likely to do it without needing to feel motivated. Use the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. This prevents small tasks from piling up and builds a sense of accomplishment. Schedule your actions, treat your important actions like appointments. Block out time in your calendar and honor those commitments just as you would an important meeting. Create accountability. Share your commitments with an accountability partner, coach, or group. Rule 15. Knowing someone else is aware of your goals can provide external motivation. Focus on showing up. Sometimes the most important thing is just to show up. Even if you don't perform at your best, the act of showing up and putting in some effort reinforces your commitment and discipline. Reward yourself for consistency, not just outcomes. Acknowledge and reward your efforts for sticking to your plan, even on days when it was tough. This reinforces the behavior of consistent action. Practice self-compassion. If you do have a day where you truly can't muster the action, don't beat yourself up. Acknowledge it. Learn from it if possible. Were you truly exhausted? Did you need a break and commit to getting back on track the next day? Remember that action often precedes motivation. Sometimes you won't feel motivated until you start taking action. The act of doing can generate its own momentum and even spark motivation. Common questions about acting without motivation. Isn't it inauthentic to act when I don't feel like it? Authenticity is about aligning your actions with your values and commitments, not just your fleeting feelings. If you've committed to a goal that is important to you, acting on that commitment, even when unmotivated, is an authentic expression of your dedication. What if I'm genuinely exhausted or burnt out? Should I still push through? This is where discernment is key. Linking back to Rule 11, prioritize well-being. Discipline isn't about blindly pushing yourself into burnout. If you are genuinely exhausted, rest and recovery are the most disciplined and responsible actions. This rule applies to situations where you're facing a lack of motivation, not a complete depletion of capacity. How do I build self-discipline if I feel like I have none? Start incredibly small. Pick one tiny action you commit to doing daily, even if it's just for 1 minute. Succeeding at that consistently will start to build the muscle and belief. It's a gradual process. Taking consistent action, even when motivation fades, is the hallmark of a truly disciplined and mentally tough individual. It's the understanding that feelings are temporary, but commitments and habits are what build lasting success. By cultivating this ability, you free yourself from the tyranny of your moods and empower yourself to make steady, reliable progress towards your most important goals. This is how you transform from someone who waits for inspiration to someone who creates results, solidifying your path to becoming mentally unstoppable. This rule is about the gritty, day-in, day-out work that separates wishful thinkers from high achievers. Master it and your potential will know no bounds. Chapter 13. Rule 13. Believe in your abilities to accomplish the impossible. Cultivating unwavering self-belief. Welcome to the 13th rule in our 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable audio experience. We've discussed the power of consistent action. Now we delve into the profound, often underestimated force that fuels such action in the face of monumental challenges: belief. Rule number 13 is to believe in your abilities to accomplish the impossible. This isn't about naive optimism or denying reality. It's about cultivating a deep, unwavering self-belief that allows you to pursue audacious goals, overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles, and tap into your extraordinary potential. How does this profound belief contribute to mental strength and a transformative success mindset? The word impossible is often a label we, or society, place on things that haven't been done yet, or things that seem incredibly difficult from our current perspective. History is filled with examples of achievements that were once deemed impossible, from flying to landing on the moon to countless scientific breakthroughs and personal triumphs. What did the individuals behind these feats have in common? An unshakable belief in their or their team's ability to make it happen, even when faced with skepticism, setbacks, and the sheer magnitude of the task. This kind of belief is a cornerstone of the empowerment audiobook genre. Believing in your ability to accomplish the impossible, or what seems impossible, is a powerful catalyst for mental strength. It transforms your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. It allows you to see challenges not as dead ends, but as puzzles to be solved, and setbacks not as proof of inadequacy, but as stepping stones on the path to an extraordinary outcome. This is the essence of the power of positive thinking, taken to its highest level. Why is believing in your ability to accomplish the impossible so crucial for mental strength? It unlocks hidden potential. When you truly believe you can do something extraordinary, you tap into reserves of creativity, resourcefulness, and determination you might not know you possess. Belief expands your perceived limits. It fuels unwavering persistence. The journey to achieving something impossible is almost always long and arduous, filled with moments where giving up seems like the only rational option. A deep belief in your ability to succeed provides the enduring fuel for persistence. This is a hallmark of being mentally strong. It attracts opportunities and resources. When you radiate a strong belief in your vision and your ability to achieve it, you often attract people, opportunities, and resources that can help you. Confidence and conviction are magnetic. It transforms your approach to obstacles. Instead of seeing an obstacle as a reason to stop, you see it as a challenge to overcome on the path to your impossible goal. Your mindset shifts from, "This is a problem," to, "How can I solve this?" This is central to a success mindset. It inspires others. Believing in and pursuing the seemingly impossible can inspire those around you, creating a ripple effect of positive energy and motivation. How to cultivate belief in your abilities to accomplish the impossible. Define your impossible clearly. What audacious goal are you aiming for? Make it specific and compelling. A vague desire won't inspire the same level of belief. Break it down into achievable milestones. Even the most impossible goal can be broken down into smaller, more manageable steps. Achieving these milestones builds your confidence and makes the larger goal seem less daunting. This aligns with principles from goal-setting audiobooks. Gather evidence of your capabilities. Reflect on your past successes, challenges you've overcome, and skills you've developed. Create a success log or evidence journal to remind yourself of what you're capable of. Study others who achieved the impossible. Read biographies, listen to audiobooks, or watch documentaries about individuals who defied the odds. Learn from their mindset, strategies, and perseverance. This can be incredibly inspiring and reinforce your own belief. Practice affirmations of capability. Regularly affirm your belief in your abilities. For example, "I am capable of achieving extraordinary things. I have the resilience and resourcefulness to overcome any challenge. I am creating my desired future." This is a powerful application of the power of positive thinking. Visualize success vividly and consistently. As we'll explore in Rule 25, regularly and vividly imagine yourself achieving your impossible goal. Feel the emotions associated with that success. This trains your subconscious mind to accept it as a possibility. Surround yourself with believers and limit doubters. Spend time with people who support your ambitious goals and believe in your potential. Minimize contact with chronic naysayers who might try to undermine your belief. Take consistent, aligned action. Belief without action is just a dream. Every step you take towards your goal, no matter how small, reinforces your belief that it's attainable. Action builds evidence. Reframe failures as essential learning. On the path to an impossible goal, you will encounter setbacks. Reframe these not as proof that it can't be done, but as crucial lessons that are guiding you closer to the solution. Cultivate unwavering faith in the process and yourself. Sometimes you won't see immediate results. You need to have faith in your long-term vision, in the process you're following, and most importantly, in your own enduring ability to figure things out. Common questions about believing in the impossible. Isn't this just wishful thinking or delusion if something is genuinely impossible? The impossible is often a subjective and temporary label. This rule is about stretching your perceived limits and aiming for things that are exceptionally challenging, not about denying fundamental laws of physics. It's about pushing the boundaries of what you believe is possible for you. What if I try and still don't achieve my impossible goal? The journey of pursuing an audacious goal, even if the exact outcome isn't reached, often leads to incredible personal growth, the development of new skills, and the discovery of unexpected opportunities. The person you become in the pursuit is often a greater reward than the goal itself, and you might achieve something equally remarkable along the way. How do I maintain belief when everyone around me is skeptical? This is where your inner mental strength is truly tested. Focus on your why, your vision, and the small wins you achieve. Seek out even one or two people who do believe, or draw strength from historical figures who faced similar skepticism. Your belief must ultimately come from within. Believing in your ability to accomplish the impossible is the mindset that fuels breakthroughs and transforms lives. It's the audacity to dream big and the tenacity to pursue those dreams relentlessly. It requires cultivating a deep well of self-trust, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to your vision. This is not just positive thinking, it's profound, empowering self-belief that makes you mentally strong and capable of extraordinary feats. This belief is the rocket fuel for your journey. With it, your potential for becoming mentally unstoppable is truly limitless. Chapter 14. Rule 14. Let go of limiting beliefs to unlock your potential, shattering your inner ceilings. Welcome back to 25 Universal Rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've just explored the immense power of believing in your ability to achieve the seemingly impossible. Now, we must address the internal saboteurs that often prevent such belief from taking root. Limiting beliefs. Rule number 14 is to let go of limiting beliefs to unlock your potential. These self-imposed restrictions are like invisible ceilings that cap our growth, happiness, and achievements. How can we identify these insidious beliefs, dismantle them, and in doing so, unleash our true, unbounded potential and cultivate profound mental strength? Limiting beliefs are deeply ingrained assumptions or convictions we hold about ourselves, others, or the world that restrict us in some way. They often operate at a subconscious level, quietly shaping our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors without our conscious awareness. Examples include, I'm not smart enough, I don't deserve success, people can't be trusted, it's too late for me to change, or I'm just not good at X. These beliefs, though they feel like truths, are often just stories we've told ourselves, based on past experiences, societal conditioning, or fear. Many a self-improvement audiobook dedicates significant time to this crucial topic. Letting go of these limiting beliefs is fundamental to unlocking your potential and becoming mentally strong. Until you address these inner ceilings, you'll continue to bump up against them, no matter how hard you try externally. This process requires introspection, courage, and a commitment to rewriting your internal narrative. It's about gaining mental clarity on what's truly holding you back. Why is letting go of limiting beliefs so crucial for unlocking potential and mental strength? They create self-fulfilling prophecies. If you believe you're not capable, you're less likely to try, or you'll give up easily, thus proving your belief. Letting go of the belief breaks this cycle. They sabotage your efforts. Limiting beliefs can undermine your confidence and motivation, making it harder to pursue your goals effectively. They restrict your perception of possibilities. These beliefs act like blinders, preventing you from seeing opportunities or alternative paths that are available to you. They drain mental energy. Constantly battling with or operating under the weight of limiting beliefs is mentally exhausting. Releasing them frees up significant mental energy. They hinder personal growth. True self-improvement and the development of mental strength require you to challenge and move beyond your perceived limitations. Limiting beliefs are the antithesis of growth. They impact your well-being. Believing negative things about yourself or the world can lead to stress, anxiety, and a diminished sense of happiness and fulfillment. This directly counters the principles of positive thinking, how to let go of limiting beliefs and unlock your potential. Identify your limiting beliefs. This is the first and often most challenging step. Pay attention to areas where you feel stuck or consistently fail to make progress. Negative self-talk and recurring excuses, strong emotional reactions, fear, anger, shame to certain situations. Journaling about your fears and frustrations can help uncover underlying beliefs. Question the origin and validity of the belief. Once you identify a belief, ask yourself, where did this belief come from? A childhood, a past failure, something someone told me? Is this belief based on facts or assumptions, interpretations? Is this belief universally true or just true for me in certain past contexts? What evidence contradicts this belief? Challenge the belief systematically. Actively look for evidence that disproves the limiting belief. Seek out examples of people who have overcome similar limitations. Reframe the belief into an empowering one. Consciously create a new, empowering belief to replace the old one. For example, limiting. I'm not good enough to start my own business. Empowering. I have valuable skills and can learn what I need to succeed in my own business. Many successful entrepreneurs started with doubts. Use affirmations to reinforce new beliefs. Repeat your new, empowering beliefs daily. Rule 9. This helps to reprogram your subconscious mind. Gather new, contradictory experiences. Actively seek out experiences that challenge your limiting belief. If you believe you're not a social person, make a small effort to connect with someone new. Each positive new experience weakens the old belief. This is a practical way of how to get mental strength. Visualize yourself free from the belief. Imagine how your life would be, what you would do, and how you would feel if you no longer held that limiting belief. This creates a compelling vision for change. This is a technique often explored in empowerment audiobooks. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself during this process. Changing deeply ingrained beliefs takes time and effort. There will be moments of doubt. Seek support if needed. Sometimes deeply rooted limiting beliefs are difficult to tackle alone. A therapist, coach, or trusted mentor can provide invaluable assistance. Common questions about letting go of limiting beliefs. What if a belief feels so true and is based on many past experiences? Past experiences shape beliefs, but they don't have to dictate your future. Your interpretation of those experiences also matters. Were there other factors at play? Have you grown since then? The goal is to create new experiences that forge new, more empowering beliefs. How do I know if it's a limiting belief versus a realistic assessment of my abilities? This requires honest self-reflection. A realistic assessment acknowledges current skill levels, but also includes the potential for growth. A limiting belief often shuts down the possibility of growth. I'm just not good at math, versus math is challenging for me right now, but I can improve with practice. Can I ever truly get rid of a limiting belief completely? The old neural pathways might still exist, but you can weaken them significantly and build new, stronger pathways for empowering beliefs. With consistent effort, the empowering beliefs become your dominant operating system. Letting go of limiting beliefs is like removing the invisible chains that have held you captive. It's a profound act of self-liberation that unlocks vast reservoirs of potential you never knew you had. This process is integral to developing true mental strength, fostering genuine positive thinking, and creating a life that is not defined by past limitations, but by future possibilities. This is a journey to mental clarity, where you see yourself and your potential with fresh, empowered eyes. As you shatter these inner ceilings, you'll find your capacity for achievement, happiness, and resilience expands dramatically, paving the way for you to become truly mentally unstoppable. Chapter 15. Rule 15. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. The power of your inner circle. Welcome back to 25 Universal Rules that make you mentally unstoppable. Having worked on dismantling our inner limiting beliefs, we now turn to the external environment that profoundly shapes us, our relationships. Rule number 15 is to surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. The company you keep has a direct and significant impact on your mindset, your ambitions, your resilience, and ultimately, your ability to become mentally strong. How can consciously curating your inner circle be a powerful strategy for cultivating a success mindset and achieving personal development? Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Whether that number is exactly 5 or not, the principle holds true. The people in our lives influence us, for better or for worse. They can lift us up, push us to grow, and inspire us to reach for our potential. Or they can drain our energy, reinforce our doubts, and keep us tethered to mediocrity. Mentally strong individuals are deliberate about the company they keep, understanding that their relationships are a vital component of their growth ecosystem. This is a common piece of advice in many an empowerment audiobook and a key to long-term success. Surrounding yourself with people who inspire you means connecting with those whose achievements, character, or mindset you admire. They serve as role models, showing you what's possible and igniting your own aspirations. Surrounding yourself with people who challenge you means connecting with those who push you to think critically, question your assumptions, step outside your comfort zone, and strive for more. These challenges are not about negativity or criticism, but about constructive feedback and encouragement to grow. Why is surrounding yourself with inspiring and challenging people so crucial for mental strength? They elevate your standards. When you're around people who are striving for excellence and growth, their standards can become contagious. You're naturally inclined to raise your own bar. This is fundamental to a success mindset. They provide motivation and encouragement. Inspiring people can reignite your passion and motivation, especially during tough times. Challenging in a supportive way, people can provide the push you need to keep going. They offer new perspectives and ideas. Diverse, inspiring, and challenging individuals bring different viewpoints and knowledge, which can broaden your understanding, spark creativity, and help you find better solutions to problems. This contributes to mental clarity. They foster a growth mindset. People who are committed to their own growth and who challenge you to grow reinforce the belief that abilities can be developed and that improvement is always possible. This is a core theme in personal development audiobooks. They build your resilience. Seeing how inspiring individuals handle adversity or having challenging friends who help you reframe setbacks can significantly boost your own resilience. They create accountability. When you're part of a group of motivated individuals, there's often an unspoken or spoken accountability that helps you stay on track with your goals. They can open doors to new opportunities. Your network is a powerful asset. Inspiring and well-connected individuals can often introduce you to new opportunities, resources, or collaborations. This is often highlighted in audiobooks for success. How to surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. Identify your ideal inner circle qualities. What kind of people do you want to be around? What qualities do they possess? E.g., positive, ambitious, supportive, honest, intellectually curious, resilient. Audit your current relationships. Honestly assess the people you spend the most time with. Do they generally lift you up or bring you down? Do they inspire you and challenge you in positive ways? Seek out mentors. Actively look for individuals who have achieved what you aspire to or who embody qualities you admire. A good mentor can provide invaluable guidance, inspiration, and constructive challenges. Join groups and communities aligned with your interests and goals. This could be professional organizations, hobby groups, mastermind groups, book clubs, or online forums. These are great places to meet like-minded, growth-oriented individuals. Attend events, workshops, and seminars. These gatherings attract people who are invested in learning and self-improvement. Engage, network, and build connections. Be the kind of person you want to attract. If you want to be around inspiring and supportive people, strive to be inspiring and supportive yourself. Like attracts like. Nurture existing positive relationships. Invest time and energy in the relationships that already inspire and challenge you in healthy ways. Learn to set boundaries with or distance yourself from negative influences. This can be difficult, especially with long-standing relationships. However, it's crucial for protecting your energy and mindset. It doesn't always mean cutting people off completely, but it might mean limiting your exposure or changing the nature of the interaction. Don't be afraid to outgrow relationships. As you grow and evolve, some relationships may no longer serve your development. It's okay for relationships to change or end if they are consistently holding you back. This is part of the self-improvement journey. Common questions about curating your inner circle. What if my family members are negative influences? I can't just get rid of them. With family, it's often about managing the interactions and setting strong boundaries. You can love your family while still protecting your mental space. Limit exposure to negativity, steer conversations towards more positive topics if possible, and focus on building a strong support system outside of those challenging family dynamics. How do I find challenging people without them just being critical or mean? A constructive challenge comes from a place of support and a desire to see you grow. It's about asking tough questions, offering different perspectives, and pushing you to think deeper, not about tearing you down. Look for people who are honest but kind, and who genuinely have your best interests at heart. I'm an introvert. Networking and meeting new people is exhausting. Focus on quality over quantity. You don't need a huge circle. Even a few deeply supportive and inspiring relationships can make a massive difference. Seek out smaller, more intimate settings or online communities where you feel comfortable. Surrounding yourself with people who inspire and challenge you is a proactive strategy for accelerating your personal development and building unshakable mental strength. Your relationships are a powerful current. Choose to swim in waters that carry you towards your highest potential. This conscious curation of your social environment is a testament to your commitment to becoming mentally unstoppable, creating a fertile ground for your success mindset to flourish. This rule emphasizes that mental strength isn't just an internal game. Your external environment, particularly the people in it, plays a crucial role. Choose wisely. Excellent. Let's continue. Forging these rules for an unstoppable mind. Chapter 16. Rule 16. Create an environment that supports your mental growth, designing your sanctuary for success. Welcome back to 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. In our previous rule, we emphasized the profound impact of the people you surround yourself with. Now, we broaden that concept with rule number 16, create an environment that supports your mental growth. This goes beyond just your social circle. It encompasses your physical spaces, your daily routines, the information you consume, and the overall atmosphere you cultivate in your life. How can intentionally designing your environment become a powerful catalyst for mental strength, fostering a positive mindset and achieving lasting self-improvement? Your environment is constantly sending signals to your brain, influencing your thoughts, mood, habits, and behaviors, often in subtle yet powerful ways. A cluttered, chaotic, or negative environment can drain your mental energy, hinder your focus, and make it harder to cultivate a positive outlook. Conversely, an environment that is organized, inspiring, and aligned with your goals can significantly enhance your mental clarity, productivity, and overall well-being. Mentally strong individuals understand this and actively shape their surroundings to support their growth rather than being passive victims of their circumstances. This proactive approach is a key theme in many audiobooks for success. Creating a supportive environment isn't about achieving Pinterest-perfect aesthetics, though that can be nice. It's about intentionally designing your physical and digital spaces, as well as your routines and information diet, to minimize friction for positive behaviors and maximize support for your mental and personal development. Why is creating a supportive environment so crucial for mental growth and strength? It reduces mental friction. A well-designed environment makes it easier to do the things that support your growth, e.g., an organized workspace makes it easier to focus, and harder to do the things that hinder it, e.g., no junk food in the house. Makes healthy eating easier. It influences your mood and energy levels. Your surroundings can significantly impact how you feel. A clean, light, and inspiring space can boost your mood and energy, while a dark, cluttered space can be draining. This directly affects your positive mindset. It reinforces desired habits. Your environment can act as a powerful cue for your habits. For example, placing your running shoes by the door makes it more likely you'll go for a run. See Rule 2. It enhances focus and concentration. Minimizing distractions in your physical and digital environment is crucial for deep work, learning, and achieving mental clarity. It provides a sense of control and calm. Having an organized and supportive environment can create a sense of order and predictability, which can be very calming and reduce stress, contributing to mental strength. It reflects and reinforces your values and goals. When your environment is aligned with what's important to you, it serves as a constant reminder and motivator. This is a common thread in self-improvement audiobooks: how to create an environment that supports your mental growth. Declutter and organize your physical spaces. Workspace: keep your desk clear, organize your files, and ensure you have good lighting. And ergonomics: living space: regularly declutter your home. A tidy living space often translates to a tidier mind. Bedroom: create a calm, restful environment conducive to good sleep. Rule 11. Design for inspiration and focus. Surround yourself with things that inspire you. Quotes, art, books, plants. Minimize Visual and auditory distractions in areas where you need to concentrate. Optimize your digital environment, declutter your devices, organize files, delete unused apps, and unsubscribe from unnecessary emails. Curate your social media feeds. Unfollow accounts that trigger negativity or comparison. Follow accounts that are inspiring, educational, or uplifting. Limit notifications. Turn off non-essential notifications to reduce interruptions and protect your focus. Structure your time and routines. Establish consistent morning and evening routines that support your well-being and goals. Schedule dedicated time for learning, deep work, and self-care. Manage your information diet. Be selective about the news and media you consume. Balance staying informed with protecting your mental peace. Prioritize high-quality, uplifting, and educational content. Books, documentaries, podcasts, audiobooks. Incorporate nature. Spending time in nature or even bringing plants indoors has been shown to reduce stress and improve mood and cognitive function. Control sensory input. Pay attention to how light, sound, and even smells affect your mood and focus. Adjust your environment accordingly, e.g. using noise-cancelling headphones, natural light, calming scents. Make healthy choices easy and unhealthy choices hard. Keep healthy snacks visible and accessible. Store temptations out of sight or remove them altogether. Lay out your workout clothes the night before. Common questions about creating a supportive environment. I don't have much control over my environment. E.g., I live with others, I have a small space, I work in an open office. Focus on what you can control. Even small changes to your personal workspace, your digital habits, or your routines can make a big difference. Communicate your needs respectfully to those you live or work with if possible. This sounds like a lot of work. Where do I start? Start small. Pick one area that feels most impactful or easiest to change, perhaps decluttering your desk or curating your social media feed. Small wins build momentum. Is it really that important? Can't I just rely on willpower? Willpower is a finite resource. A supportive environment reduces the need to constantly exert willpower, making it easier to stay on track and conserve your mental energy for more important tasks. It's about working smarter, not just harder. Creating an environment that supports your mental growth is an ongoing process of intentional design. It's about recognizing the powerful influence your surroundings have on your inner state and proactively shaping those surroundings to foster mental strength, clarity, and a positive mindset. This isn't just about aesthetics. It's about creating a sanctuary that nurtures your best self and makes the path to becoming mentally unstoppable smoother and more sustainable. Your environment can either be a headwind or a tailwind on your journey. Choose to make it a powerful ally. Chapter 17, Rule 17. Develop an unshakable mindset by embracing personal accountability, owning your journey to mental mastery. Welcome to rule number 17 of 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've discussed designing our external environment. Now, we return to a foundational internal principle, building upon Rule 1, take full responsibility. Rule number 17 is to develop an unshakable mindset by embracing personal accountability. While responsibility is about acknowledging ownership, accountability is the active commitment to answer for your actions, choices, and outcomes. How does this deep sense of personal accountability forge an unshakable mindset, cultivate self-discipline, and solidify your path to mental mastery? An unshakable mindset is one that remains steadfast, resilient, and focused, regardless of external pressures or internal doubts. It's the bedrock of mental strength. Personal accountability is the bedrock of that unshakable mindset. It means you don't just accept responsibility, you embrace it, you live it, you answer for it. You hold yourself to a high standard, not out of self-criticism, but out of a deep commitment to your growth and integrity. This is a core tenet of any empowerment audiobook and a key to developing a true success mindset. When you embrace personal accountability, you move beyond simply saying, "This is my responsibility," to actively ensuring that you follow through on your commitments, learn from your mistakes, and continuously strive to be better. It's about being answerable to yourself for the quality of your life and the progress you make towards your goals. This level of ownership is how you get mental strength that endures. Why is embracing personal accountability so crucial for an unshakable mindset? It builds integrity and trust in yourself. When you consistently do what you say you'll do and hold yourself accountable for your actions, you build a profound sense of integrity. This integrity fosters deep self-trust, which is essential for an unshakable mindset. It eliminates excuses. Accountability leaves no room for excuses. If you are accountable for an outcome, you focus on what you can do to influence it, rather than looking for reasons why it can't be done or why it's someone else's fault. This is a powerful aspect of self-discipline. It accelerates learning and growth. Accountable individuals see mistakes not as failures to be hidden, but as opportunities for learning and improvement. They actively seek to understand what went wrong and how to do better next time, which fast-tracks personal development. It fosters proactivity and initiative. When you know you're accountable for results, you're more likely to take initiative, anticipate problems, and proactively seek solutions. This proactive stance is a hallmark of a success mindset. It strengthens resilience, facing the consequences of your actions, both positive and negative, and learning from them builds resilience. You become less afraid of taking risks because you trust your ability to handle the outcomes and learn from any missteps. It commands respect from others. People who demonstrate personal accountability are generally seen as reliable, trustworthy, and responsible. This can lead to greater opportunities and stronger relationships. It provides a sense of empowerment, knowing that you are in control of your responses and committed to your growth, regardless of the outcome, is incredibly empowering. This is the foundation of an unshakable, mentally strong individual. How to develop and embrace personal accountability. Set clear expectations for yourself. Define what success looks like for your goals and commitments. What standards are you holding yourself to? Own your commitments fully. When you commit to something, see it through. Don't make commitments lightly. If you say you'll do something, do it. Track your progress and measure your results. Regularly monitor your progress towards your goals. Are you on track? If not, what adjustments do you need to make? This objective assessment is part of being accountable. This is a key element in many a self-discipline audiobook. Conduct regular self-reviews. Periodically, take an honest look at your performance, your actions, and your choices. What did you do well? Where did you fall short of your own standards? What will you do differently moving forward? Seek feedback and be open to it. Actively ask for feedback from others on your performance and behavior. Be open to hearing it, even if it's critical, and use it as a tool for growth. Stop making excuses and blaming others. Make a conscious effort to eliminate blame and excuses from your vocabulary and mindset. Focus on solutions and your own agency. Learn from your mistakes. Don't just dwell on them. When you make a mistake, acknowledge it. Analyze what happened. Extract the lessons. Make amends if necessary, and then focus on moving forward. Find an accountability partner or group. Sharing your goals and progress with someone else or a group who will hold you accountable can be very effective. This creates external reinforcement for your internal commitment. Rule 15. Practice extreme ownership. Jocko Willink concept. Take ownership of everything in your world that impacts your mission or goals, even if you didn't directly cause A problem, if it affects your ability to succeed, take responsibility for finding a solution. Common questions about personal accountability. Doesn't personal accountability mean being too hard on myself? Accountability is not about harsh self-criticism or perfectionism. It's about honest self-assessment and a commitment to growth, done with self-compassion. You can be accountable and still be kind to yourself when you fall short. What if external factors genuinely prevent me from achieving an outcome I'm accountable for? You are accountable for your effort, your choices, and your response to those external factors. You might not be able to control the storm, but you are accountable for how you navigate your ship through it and what you learn from the experience. How can I hold myself accountable when I'm the only one who knows about my goals? This is where internal accountability is crucial. Journaling, self-reflection, and setting up your own systems for tracking and review can be very effective. Your integrity is your primary motivator. Developing an unshakable mindset through personal accountability is about forging an unbreakable pact with yourself. A commitment to own your journey, learn from every experience, and continuously strive for your best. It's the discipline that transforms good intentions into tangible results, and the integrity that builds deep, unwavering self-trust. This is not just about achieving goals, it's about becoming a person of profound mental strength, someone whose mindset is not easily swayed, and who takes full command of their destiny. This commitment to answering for yourself is a powerful step toward mental mastery and becoming truly mentally unstoppable. Indeed we are. Let's continue with Rule 18. Chapter 18. Rule 18. Take control of your time and protect your energy, mastering your most precious resources. Welcome back to 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. Having embraced the profound commitment of personal accountability, we now turn to the practical management of two of your most vital resources. Rule number 18 is to take control of your time and protect your energy. In our fast-paced, demanding world, these resources are constantly under siege. Learning to master them is not just about productivity. It's fundamental to building mental strength, maintaining mental clarity, and fueling your journey towards a success mindset. Time is finite. Once it's gone forever. Energy, while renewable, can be easily depleted if not managed wisely. Mentally strong individuals understand that how they allocate their time and protect their energy directly impacts their ability to focus, achieve their goals, and maintain their well-being. They don't let their days be dictated by external demands or internal distractions. Instead, they proactively manage these resources, treating them with the respect they deserve. This is a common thread in many personal development audiobooks and a key skill for anyone aspiring to live an unstoppable life. Taking control of your time means being intentional about how you spend your minutes and hours, aligning your schedule with your priorities. Protecting your energy means being mindful of what and who drains you versus what and who recharges you, and making choices that preserve your vitality. These two practices are deeply interconnected and essential for sustainable success. Why is taking control of time and protecting energy so crucial for mental strength? Reduces stress and overwhelm. When you feel in control of your time and your energy isn't constantly depleted, your stress levels naturally decrease. This creates a calmer mental state conducive to mental strength, enhances focus and productivity. Effective time management allows you to dedicate focused blocks of time to important tasks. Protected energy means you have the mental stamina to concentrate deeply. This combination is vital for a success mindset. Prevents burnout. Constantly feeling rushed, overcommitted, and energetically drained is a fast track to burnout. Proactive management of time and energy is a key preventative measure. This is often discussed in audiobooks for success that emphasize long-term achievement. Increases self-discipline. The act of managing your time and making conscious choices about your energy expenditure builds self-discipline. Rule 12. Improves decision-making. When you're not constantly rushed or exhausted, you have the mental space and clarity to make better decisions. Allows for growth and self-care. Creating space in your schedule and preserving your energy allows you to invest in activities that support your growth, Rule 8, and well-being, Rule 11. Fosters a sense of empowerment. Feeling in control of these fundamental resources is incredibly empowering and contributes significantly to being mentally strong. How to take control of your time. Track your time. For a few days, keep a detailed log of how you spend your time. You might be surprised where it's actually going. This awareness is the first step. Identify your priorities. What are your most important tasks and goals, MITs? Align your time with these priorities. Rule 10. Plan your days and weeks. At the beginning of each day or week, create a plan. Schedule your MITs first. Use time blocking. Allocate specific blocks of time for specific tasks, including breaks and self-care. Learn to say no. Politely decline requests that don't align with your priorities or that will overextend you. This is crucial for protecting your time. Minimize distractions. Identify your common time wasters, e.g., social media, unnecessary meetings, and implement strategies to minimize them. Rule 16. Batch. Similar tasks. Group similar tasks together. e.g., answering emails, making calls, to improve efficiency. Delegate when possible. If you can delegate tasks that don't require your unique skills, do so to free up your time for higher value activities. Review and adjust. Regularly review how you're spending your time and make adjustments to your plan as needed. How to protect your energy. Identify your energy. Drainers and chargers. Make a list of activities, people, and environments that drain your energy and those that recharge it. Prioritize activities that recharge you. Ensure you regularly engage in activities that replenish your physical, mental, and emotional energy. Rule 11. Self-care. Set boundaries with energy vampires. Limit your exposure to people who consistently drain your energy or bring negativity into your life. Rule 15. Manage your emotional energy. Practice emotional regulation techniques, e.g., mindfulness, deep breathing, to avoid getting depleted by negative emotions. Don't get drawn into unnecessary drama. Protect your mornings. Your morning often sets the tone for the rest of the day. Try to start it with activities that energize and focus you, rather than immediately diving into emails or social media. Take regular breaks. Short, regular breaks throughout the day can prevent mental fatigue and help you maintain your energy levels. Fuel your body properly. Good nutrition and hydration are essential for sustained physical and mental energy. Get quality sleep. Sleep is when your body and mind recharge. Prioritize it. Spend time in nature. Nature has a restorative effect on energy levels. Practice mindfulness. Being present can reduce the mental drain of worrying about the past or future. This enhances mental clarity. Common questions about managing. Time and energy. I have so many demands on my time that I don't control. How can I take control? Focus on the pockets of time you do control. Even small changes in how you manage those can make a difference. Also, practice assertive communication to manage expectations and set boundaries regarding external demands. What if an energy drainer is someone I can't avoid, like a family member or co-worker? In these cases, focus on managing the interaction. Keep conversations brief and focused. Set clear boundaries about what topics you will and won't engage in, and have an exit strategy. Protect your energy during and after the interaction with self-care. Isn't it selfish to protect my energy from others? It's not selfish. It's self-preservation. If you allow your energy to be constantly depleted, you won't have anything left to give to yourself or to the people and causes that truly matter to you. Taking control of your time and protecting your energy are fundamental skills for becoming mentally unstoppable. They are not just about getting more done. They are about creating a life that is sustainable, fulfilling, and aligned with your deepest values. By mastering these precious resources, you build the mental strength, clarity, and resilience needed to navigate challenges, pursue your goals with vigor, and live a life of purpose and impact. This is a practical application of self-discipline and a key to unlocking your success mindset. These resources are yours to command. Use them wisely, and they will serve you well on your journey to mental mastery. Chapter 19. Rule 19. Overcome setbacks by developing a solutions-oriented mindset, turning obstacles into opportunities. Welcome back to 25 Universal Rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've just discussed the critical importance of mastering our time and energy. Now we confront an inevitable reality of any purposeful journey: setbacks. Rule number 19 is to overcome setbacks by developing a solutions-oriented mindset. Life will throw curveballs, projects will hit snags, plans will go awry. The key to not just surviving, but thriving amidst these challenges is to cultivate a mindset that instinctively seeks solutions rather than dwelling on problems. How does this proactive, problem-solving approach build mental resilience, reinforce mental toughness, and keep you moving forward? A setback can be anything from a minor inconvenience to a major disappointment or failure. Our initial, often emotional reaction might be frustration, anger, discouragement, or even a desire to give up. However, a solutions-oriented mindset allows us to move beyond these initial reactions and channel our energy constructively. Instead of asking, "Why me?" or "Why is this happening?" someone with a solutions-oriented mindset asks, "Okay, this has happened. What can I do about it? What are my options? How can I move forward?" This shift in focus is incredibly powerful and is a hallmark of mentally strong individuals. It's a common theme in any mental resilience audiobook focused on practical strategies for overcoming obstacles. This mindset isn't about ignoring the problem or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about acknowledging the reality of the setback and then immediately pivoting your mental energy towards finding a way through, around, or over it. It's about seeing obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as puzzles waiting to be solved. This is the essence of positive thinking applied to adversity and a key component of a success mindset. Why is a solutions-oriented mindset so crucial for overcoming setbacks and building mental strength? It promotes proactivity over passivity. Focusing on solutions naturally leads to action, whereas dwelling on problems can lead to inaction and a feeling of helplessness. This proactive stance is how you get mental strength. It reduces negative emotional impact. While initial disappointment is normal, a solutions-oriented mindset helps you move past negative emotions more quickly by focusing on constructive steps. This preserves mental energy. It fosters creativity and innovation. When you're focused on finding solutions, you're more likely to think outside the box and come up with creative approaches to overcome the setback. It builds resilience and adaptability. Every setback successfully navigated with a solutions-oriented approach strengthens your resilience and your ability to adapt to unforeseen circumstances. This is practical mental toughness training. It increases self-efficacy. Successfully finding solutions to problems reinforces your belief in your ability to handle challenges, boosting your confidence. It maintains momentum. Setbacks can derail progress. A solutions-oriented mindset helps you quickly find ways to get back on track, thus maintaining overall momentum towards your goals. It turns obstacles into learning opportunities. Every problem solved is a lesson learned. This mindset ensures that setbacks contribute to your growth and wisdom. This is a key principle in overcoming obstacles effectively. How to develop and cultivate a solutions-oriented mindset. Acknowledge the problem, but don't dwell on it. It's important to understand the nature of the setback. However, avoid getting stuck in analyzing the problem to death or ruminating on what went wrong. Set a time limit for problem analysis, then shift to solutions. Ask solution-focused questions. Train your mind to ask questions like, what is the desired outcome now? What are all the possible solutions, no matter how unconventional? Brainstorm. What resources do I have available to help solve this? What's the first small step I can take towards a solution? What can I learn from this situation? Break the problem down. If a setback seems overwhelming, break it down into smaller, more manageable parts. Addressing one piece at a time can make finding solutions feel less daunting. Focus on what you can control. You can't always control the cause of the setback, but you can control your response and your actions to address it. Channel your energy. There. Brainstorm multiple solutions. Don't settle for the first solution that comes to mind. Generate a range of options. This increases the likelihood of finding an effective approach. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Actively try to see the setback as an opportunity to learn, grow, innovate, or demonstrate your resilience. This is practical, positive thinking. Learn from past setbacks, yours and others. Reflect on how you've overcome challenges in the past. Study how other successful individuals, perhaps from audiobooks or biographies, have navigated similar obstacles. Take imperfect action. Quickly, don't wait for the perfect solution. Often taking a small, imperfect step towards a solution is better than waiting and doing nothing. Action creates clarity. Maintain a positive and optimistic outlook. Believe in your ability to find a solution. An optimistic mindset, Rule 9, makes you more resourceful and persistent. Seek input and collaboration, if appropriate. Sometimes a fresh perspective can unlock a solution. Don't be afraid to ask for help or brainstorm with trusted colleagues or mentors. Rule 15. Common questions about a solutions-oriented mindset. Isn't it important to fully understand why a setback happened before looking for solutions? Yes. A degree of analysis is important to learn from the situation and avoid repeating mistakes. However, the key is not to get stuck in an endless loop of why. Once you have a reasonable understanding, shift your energy to what next. What if I can't find a solution? What if the setback truly is insurmountable? Some situations are incredibly difficult. A solutions-oriented mindset doesn't guarantee you can always fix everything back to how it was. Sometimes the solution is about acceptance, adaptation, or finding a new path forward. It's about your response and your commitment to moving constructively. Does this mean I should suppress my emotions about the setback? Not at all. Acknowledge your feelings. Rule 7, but don't let them paralyze you. Process them, then channel your energy into finding solutions. Developing a solutions-oriented mindset is like honing a mental superpower. It transforms you from someone who is stopped by obstacles into someone who is challenged and ultimately strengthened by them. It's a fundamental component of mental toughness, resilience, and a proactive success mindset. By training your brain to instinctively seek solutions, you ensure that no setback can permanently derail you on your path to becoming mentally unstoppable. You become a master of the rebound, always finding a way forward. This ability to turn adversity into advantage is a true game changer. We're making excellent progress. Chapter 20 is next. Fantastic. Let's continue building this powerful guide. Chapter 20, Rule 20, Trust your intuition and make bold decisions. Fearlessly, honoring your inner wisdom. Welcome to the 20th rule in 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've explored the importance of a solutions-oriented mindset. Now, we delve into a more subtle, yet incredibly powerful internal guidance system, your intuition. Rule number 20 is to trust your intuition and make bold decisions fearlessly. In a world that often prioritizes logic, data, and external validation, learning to honor your inner wisdom and act decisively based on it can be a profound source of mental strength, clarity, and empowerment. How does trusting your gut and making courageous choices contribute to becoming mentally strong and fostering a success mindset? Intuition is often described as a gut feeling, an inner knowing, or a sense of insight that arises without conscious reasoning. It's not mystical or irrational. It's often the result of your subconscious mind rapidly processing vast amounts of information, past experiences, and subtle cues that your conscious mind might not register. Mentally strong individuals learn to tune into this intuitive intelligence, recognizing it as a valuable source of guidance, especially in complex or uncertain situations. Many an empowerment audiobook will highlight the stories of successful individuals who attribute key breakthroughs to following their intuition. Making bold decisions, often guided by this intuition, means choosing a path that might feel risky, unconventional, or go against the grain, but resonates deeply with your inner truth. It requires courage, Rule 3, and a willingness to act despite uncertainty. Fearlessly doesn't mean the absence of fear, but rather not letting fear be the primary decision-maker. This capacity for decisive, intuitive action is a hallmark of a true success mindset and contributes significantly to mental clarity. Why is trusting your intuition and making bold decisions so crucial for mental strength? It connects you to your authentic self. Intuition often speaks to your deepest values and desires. Trusting it leads to choices that are more aligned with who you truly are, fostering authenticity and inner peace. It enhances decision-making in complexity. In situations where logic and data are incomplete or overwhelming, intuition can provide valuable insights and guide you towards the most resonant option. It builds self-trust and confidence. Every time you trust your intuition and it leads to a positive outcome or even a valuable lesson, your self-trust deepens. This builds confidence in your own judgment. It fosters courage and reduces indecision. Acting on intuition, especially when it calls for a bold move, exercises your courage muscle. It also helps you break free from the paralysis of indecision. This is a practical way to become mentally strong. It can lead to breakthroughs and innovation. Intuition often points towards novel solutions or opportunities that logical thinking might miss. Bold, intuitive decisions can lead to significant breakthroughs. This is often seen in the lives of those with a strong success mindset. It increases personal empowerment. Relying on your inner wisdom rather than solely on external validation is incredibly empowering. It reinforces the belief that you have the answers within you. It aligns you with positive thinking and flow. When you act in accordance with your intuition, your actions often feel more effortless and aligned, leading to a state of flow and reinforcing positive thinking patterns. How to trust your intuition and make bold decisions fearlessly. Cultivate mindfulness and inner stillness. Intuition often speaks in whispers, Regular mindfulness practice, meditation, or spending quiet time in nature can help you quiet the mental chatter and become more attuned to these subtle inner signals. This helps achieve mental clarity. Pay attention to your body's signals. Intuition often manifests as physical sensations, a gut feeling, a sense of unease, or a feeling of rightness and expansion. Learn to recognize and interpret these bodily cues. Reflect on past intuitive hits and misses. Think back to times when you followed your intuition and it served you well, and times when you ignored it and perhaps regretted it. What did you learn from these experiences? This builds your understanding of how your intuition communicates. Journal about your intuitive feelings. Writing down your hunches, dreams, and intuitive insights can help you clarify them and track their accuracy over time. Start small. Practice. Trusting your intuition on smaller, less consequential decisions to build confidence before applying it to bigger, bolder choices. Differentiate intuition from fear or wishful thinking. This can be tricky. Intuition often feels calm, clear, and persistent, even if it's guiding you towards something challenging. Fear is often accompanied by anxiety, agitation, and a sense of contraction. Wishful thinking often ignores red flags. This discernment takes practice. Gather information, then let your intuition guide the final choice. Logic and intuition are not mutually exclusive. Gather relevant data and analyze the options, but then allow your intuition to have a say in the final decision, especially when the logical choice isn't clear. Embrace imperfection and learn from outcomes. Not every bold, intuitive decision will lead to a perfect outcome. See every decision as a learning experience. The goal is to refine your intuitive abilities, not to be right 100% of the time. Practice detachment from the outcome. Make the bold decision that feels right, then let go of an overly rigid attachment to a specific result. Focus on the integrity of your choice. Act decisively once your intuition is clear. Once you feel a strong intuitive pull and have done your due diligence, act decisively. Don't let fear or second-guessing paralyze you. Common questions about trusting intuition and making bold decisions. Isn't relying on intuition just being impulsive or irrational? True intuition is different from impulsivity. Impulsivity is often reactive and lacks deeper consideration. Intuition is a deeper sense of knowing that can arise even after careful thought. It's about integrating all forms of intelligence, not just discarding logic. What if my intuition tells me to do something really scary or unconventional? This is where boldness comes in. If the intuitive guidance feels deeply aligned with your values and purpose, even if it's scary, it might be worth exploring. The fear often comes from stepping outside your comfort zone. Rule 5. How can I trust my intuition when I've made bad gut decisions in the past? Reflect on those past decisions. Was it truly intuition? Or was it fear, desire, or external pressure disguised as intuition? The process of learning to discern these is part of honing your intuitive skills. Trusting your intuition and making bold decisions fearlessly is about cultivating a deep partnership with your inner wisdom. It's a journey of learning to listen to, honor, and act upon the guidance that comes from within. This practice not only leads to more authentic and aligned choices, but also builds profound mental strength as you learn to navigate life with courage, clarity, and a deep sense of self-trust. This is the essence of empowerment, allowing you to create a life that is not just successful, but truly your own. This inner compass will guide you powerfully as you continue to become mentally unstoppable. Chapter 21. Rule 21. Stay committed to your vision. No matter the obstacles, the unwavering North Star of mental fortitude. Welcome back to 25 Universal Rules that make you mentally unstop informazi. We've explored the power of intuition and bold decision-making. Now we turn to the enduring force that keeps us on track through life's inevitable storms: commitment to vision. Rule number 21 is to stay committed to your vision, no matter the obstacles. A compelling vision is your North Star, guiding your efforts and providing meaning. But a vision alone is not enough. It requires unwavering commitment, especially when faced with adversity. How does this steadfast dedication to your long-term vision build profound mental toughness, fuel a resilient success mindset, and empower you to overcome any obstacle? Your vision is more than just a goal. It's a vivid mental image of your desired future imbued with your values, passions, and purpose. It's the why behind your actions. However, the path to realizing a significant vision is rarely smooth. It will be littered with obstacles, setbacks, doubts, and temptations to give up. It is in these moments that your commitment to your vision is truly tested. Mentally strong individuals are defined not by the absence of these challenges, but by their unwavering resolve to stay true to their vision despite them. This is a core principle highlighted in many a personal development audiobook and a hallmark of those who achieve lasting success. Staying committed to your vision, especially when the going gets tough, requires a deep well of mental fortitude, resilience, and an unshakable belief in the importance of what you are striving for. It's about playing the long game, understanding that temporary difficulties do not negate the value or attainability of your ultimate aim. This unwavering focus is how you get mental strength that can weather any storm. Why is staying committed to your vision, despite obstacles, so crucial for mental strength? It provides enduring motivation. When motivation wanes, Rule 12, a strong connection to your vision can reignite your passion and drive. Your vision reminds you why you started and why the struggle is worthwhile. It fosters resilience and perseverance. Obstacles are less likely to derail you if you are deeply committed to your long-term vision. You see them as temporary hurdles to be overcome, not as reasons to abandon your path. This is practical mental toughness training. It guides decision-making. When faced with choices or distractions, your vision serves as a filter. Does this align with my vision? Will this move me closer to it? This clarity is essential for a success mindset. It builds character and integrity. Sticking to your commitments, especially when it's difficult, builds strength of character and a sense of integrity. You become someone who can be relied upon by yourself and others. It attracts support and resources. People are often drawn to and want to support individuals who demonstrate a clear, unwavering commitment to a compelling vision. Your dedication can be inspiring. This is often emphasized in empowerment audiobooks. It creates a sense of meaning and purpose. Working towards a meaningful vision infuses your life with purpose, which is a powerful antidote to discouragement and a key component of mental well-being. Leads to greater long-term achievement. Those who stay committed through thick and thin are far more likely to achieve significant, lasting results than those who give up at the first sign of trouble. How to stay committed to your vision. No matter the obstacles, ensure your vision is crystal clear and deeply personal. The more vivid, detailed, and personally meaningful your vision is, the stronger your commitment will be. Write it down, create a vision board, and regularly immerse yourself in it. Regularly reconnect with your why. Constantly remind yourself of the deeper reasons behind your vision. What impact do you want to make? What values does it represent? Break your vision down into achievable goals and milestones. This makes the vision less daunting and allows you to experience a sense of progress along the way. Rule 10. Anticipate obstacles and prepare for them. While you can't foresee every challenge, try to anticipate potential hurdles and think about how you might address them. This proactive approach reduces the shock factor when they arise. Cultivate a growth mindset. Rule 8. See obstacles as opportunities to learn, adapt, and become stronger rather than as failures. Practice resilience strategies. Rule 7. Develop your ability to bounce back quickly from setbacks. Maintain flexibility in your approach, not your vision. While your core vision should remain steadfast, be open to adjusting your strategies and plans as circumstances change. Sometimes the path needs to be altered, but the destination remains the same. Surround yourself with supportive people. Rule 15. Share your vision with people who believe in you and can offer encouragement when you face challenges. Celebrate small wins and progress. Acknowledging your achievements along the way helps to maintain motivation and reinforces your commitment. Practice self-compassion. There will be times when your commitment wavers or you feel like giving up. Be kind to yourself during these moments. Acknowledge the difficulty, then gently refocus on your vision. Review and reaffirm your commitment regularly. Periodically take time to consciously recommit to your vision. Remind yourself why it's important and why you are capable of achieving. Common questions about staying committed to a vision. What if my vision changes over time? Does that mean I lacked commitment? Visions can evolve as you grow and learn. This is natural. The key is to be intentional about these shifts. If a vision no longer resonates deeply, it's okay to redefine it. True commitment is to your authentic growth and purpose, which may lead to an updated vision. How do I stay committed when I'm facing constant, overwhelming obstacles? This is incredibly challenging. Focus on one obstacle at a time. Break it down. Seek support. Remind yourself of your why with even greater intensity. And remember to prioritize your well-being, Rule 11, so you don't burn out. Sometimes tactical retreats or pauses are necessary to regain strength before pressing on. Is there a point where it's okay to give up on a vision if it truly seems unattainable? This is a difficult personal judgment. Sometimes strategic pivots are necessary. However, giving up solely due to obstacles without exploring all possible avenues and learning from setbacks is different from making an informed decision that a particular vision is no longer viable or aligned. The commitment is to persevere through difficulty, not to blindly pursue something that is genuinely impossible or harmful. Staying committed to your vision, no matter the obstacles, is the hallmark of a truly unstoppable individual. It's the unwavering flame that guides you through the darkest nights and the fiercest storms. This deep-seated dedication builds incredible mental toughness, fuels your resilience, and ensures that your efforts are always aligned with what matters most to you. It transforms you into a person of profound purpose and unwavering resolve, capable of turning even the most ambitious dreams into reality. This steadfast commitment is your anchor and your sail, keeping you true to your course on the journey to becoming mentally unstoppable. We're nearing the end. Chapter 22 next. Absolutely. Let's forge ahead with the final rules. Chapter 22, Rule 22, transform self-doubt into powerful self-confidence. Through action, the alchemy of experience. Welcome to Rule 22 of 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've just discussed the power of unwavering commitment to our vision. Now, we tackle one of the most insidious internal enemies of that commitment: self-doubt. Rule number 22 is to transform self-doubt into powerful self-confidence through action. Self-doubt is that nagging inner voice that questions your abilities, magnifies your fears, and whispers that you're not good enough. While it's a common human experience, it doesn't have to dictate your life. The most potent antidote to self-doubt is not more thinking, but decisive action. How can you engage in this alchemy, turning the lead of doubt into the gold of confidence? thereby building unshakable mental strength and a powerful success mindset? Self-doubt often stems from a fear of failure, Rule 3, past negative experiences, comparisons with others, or perfectionistic tendencies, Rule 4. It can paralyze you, preventing you from taking risks, pursuing opportunities, and stepping into your full potential. Many people try to think their way out of self-doubt, engaging in endless internal debates or seeking constant external reassurance. However, true, lasting self-confidence is rarely built on thought alone. It is forged in the crucible of experience through action. This is a critical insight shared in many empowerment audiobooks and is key to how to get mental strength. The principle here is simple but profound. Action creates evidence. When you doubt your ability to do something, the most effective way to challenge that doubt is to do it, or at least attempt it. Each action, even a small one, provides feedback and experience. If you succeed, it directly builds confidence. If you fail or struggle, you learn valuable lessons that, when applied, also contribute to future competence and, therefore, confidence. This process is the essence of transforming self-doubt. Why is transforming self-doubt into self-confidence? Through action, so crucial for mental strength, action provides concrete evidence. Self-doubt thrives on hypotheticals and fears. Action provides real-world evidence of your capabilities, which is far more compelling than internal arguments. It builds competence. Confidence often follows competence. By taking action, you develop skills and gain experience, which naturally increases your competence in a particular area. It reduces the power of fear. Often, the anticipation of an action is far more fear-inducing than the action itself. Taking action demystifies the feared situation and reduces its emotional charge. This aligns with principles of positive thinking in action. It creates a positive feedback loop. Action leads to small wins, progress, which boosts confidence, which encourages more action, leading to more wins and even greater confidence. This is a powerful success mindset cycle. It shifts focus from internal negativity to external engagement. Self-doubt often involves getting trapped in negative internal monologues. Action shifts your focus outwards to the task at hand, reducing the space for rumination. This contributes to mental clarity. It is inherently empowering. Taking action, especially in the face of doubt, is an act of self-empowerment. It reinforces your agency and your ability to influence your outcomes. This is a key takeaway from many personal development audiobooks. How to transform self-doubt into self-confidence. Through action. Identify the source of your self-doubt. Try to understand where your doubt is coming from. Is it a specific past experience, a fear of a particular outcome? Understanding the root can help you address it more effectively. Break down the feared action into the smallest possible steps. If doubt is paralyzing you, make the first step so small it feels almost ridiculous not to do it. I'll just open the document. I'll just write one sentence. Focus on doing rather than being perfect. Let go of the need for perfection. Rule 4. The goal of the action is to gain experience and build evidence, not to achieve flawless execution immediately. Set action goals, not just outcome goals. Instead of focusing solely on achieving a perfect outcome, which can trigger doubt, focus on the goal of simply taking the action itself. My goal today is to make that phone call, regardless of how the call goes. Reframe failure as learning and data collection. If an action doesn't yield the desired result, don't see it as confirmation of your doubt. See it as valuable data. What did you learn? What can you try differently next time? Rule 7. Acknowledge and challenge negative self-talk. During action, when that doubtful voice pipes up as you're taking action, consciously challenge it. Rule 9. Remind yourself that you are capable of learning and growing. Celebrate every act of courage. Acknowledge and appreciate yourself every time you take action, despite feeling self-doubt. This reinforces the courageous behavior. Seek skill development. Sometimes self-doubt is rooted in a genuine lack of skills. In such cases, taking action to learn and develop those skills is crucial. As your competence grows, your confidence will follow. Visualize yourself taking action confidently. Mentally rehearse the action, seeing yourself perform it with confidence and competence. This can help bridge the gap between doubt and doing. Remember past instances of overcoming doubt. Recall times in your life when you doubted yourself but took action anyway and succeeded or learned something valuable. This provides internal proof of your capabilities. Common questions about transforming self-doubt through action. What if I take action and it goes terribly wrong, confirming my doubts? This is a valid fear. However, even a terrible outcome provides crucial learning. The key is your interpretation. Did it confirm you are incapable, or did it highlight a specific skill gap, a flawed approach, or an unforeseen variable? The former is a limiting belief. The latter is actionable feedback. The act of having tried is still a step beyond being paralyzed by doubt. How do I take action when the self-doubt feels completely overwhelming and paralyzing? Start with the absolute tiniest step imaginable. If even that feels too much, consider talking to a supportive friend, mentor, or therapist. Sometimes external support can help you break through initial paralysis. Also, revisit your why. A strong purpose can sometimes override doubt. Is there ever a time when self-doubt is justified and I shouldn't take action? Self-doubt can sometimes be a signal to pause and assess if you are adequately prepared or if the risks are genuinely too high without further planning or skill development. The goal isn't reckless action, but courageous, considered action. Use doubt as a prompt for honest assessment, not as an excuse for permanent inaction. Transforming self-doubt into powerful self-confidence through action is an ongoing process of courage, learning, and self-discovery. It's about understanding that confidence is not something you find, but something you build through your experiences. Each time you step forward despite the whispers of doubt, you reclaim a piece of your power, strengthen your resolve, and lay another brick in the foundation of your mental fortitude. This active engagement is what turns the abstract idea of positive thinking into a tangible reality, making you truly mentally unstoppable. This is the alchemy that turns fear into fuel and doubt into determination. Chapter 23. Rule 23. Cultivate patience and perseverance during your journey. The twin pillars of enduring mental strength. Welcome back to 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've learned to turn doubt into confidence through action. Now we address two virtues essential for any long and meaningful endeavor: patience and perseverance. Rule number 23 is to cultivate patience and perseverance during your journey. Achieving significant goals, developing mental strength, and realizing your vision, Rule 21, rarely happens overnight. It's a marathon, not a sprint. How do these twin pillars of patience and perseverance sustain your efforts, build enduring mental toughness, and ensure you reach your desired destination? Patience is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. In the context of personal growth, it's the understanding that meaningful change takes time and that progress isn't always linear. Perseverance, often described as grit or stick-to-itiveness, is the steadfast persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. Together, they form a powerful combination that allows you to navigate the inevitable ups and downs of any challenging pursuit, Many a resilience training audiobook will emphasize the importance of these qualities for overcoming obstacles. In our instant gratification society, patience can feel like a lost art. We want results now, but mentally strong individuals understand that rushing the process can be counterproductive. They cultivate the ability to wait, to work steadily, and to trust that their consistent efforts will eventually bear fruit. Perseverance is their commitment to keep going even when that fruit seems distant or the path becomes arduous. This is a cornerstone of a true success mindset. Why are patience and perseverance so crucial for mental strength and enduring success? They allow for deep learning and mastery. True mastery of any skill or deep personal transformation takes time and repeated effort. Patience allows for this incubation period. Perseverance ensures you stick with it long enough to achieve that mastery. They build resilience to setbacks. The journey to any worthwhile goal is filled with setbacks. Patience helps you weather these delays without undue frustration. Perseverance gives you the strength to get back up and keep going after each fall. This is how mental toughness is forged. They reduce stress and impulsivity. Impatience often leads to stress, frustration, and impulsive decisions that can derail your progress. Cultivating patience fosters a calmer, more considered approach. They foster a long-term perspective. Patience and perseverance shift your focus from short-term gains to long-term vision. This helps you make decisions that are aligned with your ultimate goals rather than being swayed by immediate desires. This is central to any personal development audiobook focused on lasting change. They develop strength of character. The ability to wait calmly and to persist through hardship builds discipline, fortitude, and a deep sense of inner strength. They increase the likelihood of achieving significant goals. Most truly significant achievements require sustained effort over a considerable period. Without patience and perseverance, these goals often remain out of reach. They help manage expectations. Understanding that growth and success take time helps you set realistic expectations, reducing disappointment when results aren't immediate. How to cultivate patience and perseverance. During your journey, embrace the process, not just the outcome. Find enjoyment and learning in the journey itself. When you appreciate the process, waiting for the outcome becomes less arduous. Break down long-term goals into smaller, manageable milestones. Achieving these smaller milestones provides a sense of progress and makes the overall journey feel less overwhelming, which aids patience. Rule 10. Practice mindfulness and being present. Mindfulness, Rule 9, helps you stay grounded in the present moment, reducing anxiety about the future and impatience for results. Set realistic timelines. Understand that significant achievements take time. Avoid setting overly aggressive deadlines that can lead to frustration and burnout. Remind yourself of your why regularly, reconnecting with your deeper purpose. Rule 2 and Rule 21 can fuel your perseverance when you feel like giving up. Celebrate small progress and efforts. Acknowledge and appreciate your consistent efforts and the small steps forward. This reinforces perseverance. Rule 4. Learn from delays and setbacks. Instead of getting frustrated by delays, ask what you can learn from them. Is there a skill you need to develop? Is there a flaw in your plan? Develop healthy coping mechanisms for frustration. When impatience or the desire to quit arises, have healthy ways to manage these feelings, e.g., deep breathing, taking a short break, talking to a supportive friend. Study examples of perseverance. Read about individuals who achieved great things through long, patient effort. Their stories can be incredibly inspiring. Many audiobooks detail such journeys. Focus on consistent effort, not constant intensity. Perseverance isn't about sprinting all the time. It's about maintaining a steady, consistent pace over the long haul. Sustainability is key. Practice delayed gratification. Consciously choose to forego immediate smaller rewards for larger long-term ones. This builds the muscle of patience. Common questions about cultivating patience and perseverance. How do I stay patient when I'm not seeing any results? This is where faith in the process and your why comes in. Ensure you are taking the right actions. Sometimes results are accumulating beneath the surface before they become visible. Track your efforts, not just outcomes. Isn't there a point where perseverance becomes stubbornness and I should give up? This is a critical distinction. Perseverance is about sticking to a worthy goal despite difficulty. Stubbornness can be about blindly persisting in a flawed approach or an unworthy goal. Regular reflection, seeking feedback, and being willing to adapt your strategy while staying true to your vision helps differentiate the two. I'm naturally an impatient person. Can I really learn patience? Yes, absolutely. Patience is a skill and a mindset that can be cultivated through conscious practice, just like any other aspect of mental strength. Start with small situations and gradually build your capacity. Cultivating patience and perseverance is like tending to a deep-rooted tree. It requires consistent nurturing, the ability to withstand storms, and the faith that in time it will bear fruit. These twin virtues are not passive qualities. They are active commitments to your journey, essential for developing the enduring mental strength and resilience that define a truly mentally unstoppable individual. They allow you to play the long game, to weather temporary difficulties, and to ultimately achieve the meaningful, lasting success you envision. With patience as your guide and perseverance as your engine, there are few obstacles you cannot overcome. Chapter 24. Rule 24. Practice gratitude daily to fuel your inner power, the abundance mindset catalyst. Welcome to the penultimate rule, Rule 24, in our 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've journeyed through discipline, action, resilience, and commitment. Now we explore a practice that is both profoundly simple and extraordinarily powerful. Practice gratitude daily to fuel your inner power. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's a deep appreciation for what you have, a recognition of the good in your life, and a mindset that shifts your focus from lack to abundance. How can this daily practice transform your perspective, fuel your inner strength, and amplify the power of positive thinking? In a world often fixated on what's next, what's missing, or what's wrong, gratitude offers an anchor to the present moment and the blessings already within it. It's a conscious choice to acknowledge and appreciate the people, experiences, opportunities, and even the small everyday things that enrich our lives. This isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending difficulties don't exist. It's about balancing our awareness of those challenges with a heartfelt recognition of the good. This practice is a cornerstone of many Power of Positive Thinking audiobooks and a key to cultivating a resilient, positive mindset. Practicing gratitude daily has been scientifically shown to have numerous benefits, including increased happiness, reduced stress, improved physical health, and stronger relationships. It literally rewires your brain to notice and focus on the positive, which in turn fuels your inner power, resilience, and overall mental strength. It's a simple yet profound tool for self-improvement and a common theme in audiobooks for success. Why is practicing gratitude daily so powerful for fueling inner power and mental strength? Shifts focus from lack to abundance. Gratitude trains your mind to see what you have rather than what you don't have. This fosters a sense of abundance, contentment, and reduces feelings of envy or dissatisfaction. Increases positive emotions, Regularly feeling and expressing gratitude boosts positive emotions like joy, hope, and optimism, which are essential for a positive mindset and mental well-being, reduces stress and negative emotions. Gratitude can act as an antidote to negative emotions like anxiety, resentment, and regret. It helps to put challenges into perspective. Improves physical health. Studies have linked gratitude to benefits like better sleep, lower blood pressure, and a stronger immune system. A healthy body supports a strong mind, strengthens relationships. Expressing gratitude to others deepens connections, fosters goodwill, and makes people feel appreciated. Strong relationships are a key component of resilience, enhances resilience. Grateful individuals tend to be more resilient in the face of adversity. They are better able to find meaning in difficult experiences and maintain a hopeful outlook. This is practical resilience training. Boosts self-esteem. Acknowledging your own strengths, accomplishments, and the good things in your life through a lens of gratitude can enhance self-worth. Fuels inner power and motivation. Feeling grateful for your opportunities and resources can be incredibly motivating. It fuels a desire to make the most of what you have and to give back. How to practice gratitude daily. Keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3-5 things you are grateful for. They can be big or small. Be specific. Instead of "my family," try "the way my child laughed today" or "the supportive conversation I had with my partner." Practice gratitude meditations. There are many guided meditations, some available as calming voice audiobooks that focus on cultivating feelings of gratitude. Express gratitude verbally. Make it a point to thank people genuinely and specifically. Tell loved ones what you appreciate about them. Write thank you notes or emails. Taking the time to write a note of thanks can have a profound impact on both the recipient and yourself. Use gratitude prompts. If you're struggling to think of things, use prompts like "something beautiful I saw today," "a skill I'm grateful to have," "someone who helped me recently." Practice gratitude walks. Go for a walk and consciously look for things in your environment to be grateful for: nature, architecture, people. Reframe challenges with gratitude. When facing a difficulty, try to find something to be grateful for within the situation, even if it's just the lesson it's teaching you or the strength it's building in you. Rule 19. Savor positive experiences. When something good happens, take a moment to truly savor it and feel grateful for the experience, rather than rushing on to the next thing. Incorporate gratitude into your routines. You could practice gratitude at mealtimes, being thankful for the food, before bed, or as part of your morning routine. Common questions about practicing gratitude. What if I'm going through a really hard time and don't feel like there's anything to be grateful for? This is when gratitude can be most challenging but also most beneficial. Start very small. Are you grateful for a roof over your head, for the breath in your lungs, for a single supportive friend? Even in the darkest times, there are usually small glimmers of good if we look for them. It's not about denying the pain, but about finding a counterbalance. Does it feel forced or inauthentic if I'm making myself be grateful? Initially, like any new habit, it might feel a bit deliberate. But the act of looking for things to be grateful for, even if it feels like an exercise at first, starts to shift your focus. Over time, it becomes more natural and genuine as your brain gets better at noticing the good. How often do I need to practice it for it to make a difference? Daily practice is ideal for building momentum and reaping the full benefits. Even a few minutes each day can have a significant impact. Consistency is key. Practicing gratitude daily is like tending to a garden in your mind, nurturing the seeds of positivity, abundance, and resilience. It's a simple yet profound practice that fuels your inner power, strengthens your mental fortitude, and aligns you with the deepest principles of positive thinking. By consciously choosing to focus on and appreciate the good in your life, you transform your perspective, enhance your well-being, and build an unshakable foundation for becoming truly mentally unstoppable. This appreciation for the present is the perfect springboard for our final rule, which looks to the future. Chapter 25, Rule 25. Visualize success consistently to strengthen your mental resilience, programming your mind for victory. And so we arrive at our final rule, Rule 25. In this comprehensive guide, 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. We've journeyed through responsibility, habits, courage, learning, mindset shifts, and so much more. Now we culminate with a powerful mental technique that ties many of these principles together and programs your mind for victory. Visualize success consistently to strengthen your mental resilience. Visualization, or mental rehearsal, is the art of creating vivid, detailed images in your mind of yourself, achieving your goals, and successfully navigating challenges. How does this consistent practice build profound mental resilience, solidify a success mindset, and empower you to manifest your desired outcomes? Visualization is far more than just idle daydreaming. It's a focused mental exercise that harnesses the brain's remarkable ability to simulate experiences. When you vividly imagine yourself performing an action or achieving an outcome, your brain activates many of the same neural pathways as if you were actually doing it. This mental practice can improve performance, reduce anxiety, boost confidence, and strengthen your resolve. Athletes, performers, and successful individuals across all fields have long used visualization as a key tool for achieving peak performance and building mental toughness. It's a cornerstone of many empowerment audiobooks and a practical way to apply positive thinking. Consistent visualization helps to create a mental blueprint for success. It familiarizes your mind with the feeling of achievement, making your goals seem more attainable and strengthening your belief in your ability to reach them. Rule 13. It also allows you to mentally rehearse overcoming obstacles, which builds resilience and preparedness. Why is visualizing success consistently so powerful for mental resilience and strength? It builds confidence and self-efficacy. Seeing yourself succeed in your mind's eye, repeatedly and vividly, reinforces your belief that you can succeed. This boosts confidence and self-efficacy. It reduces performance anxiety and stress. By mentally rehearsing challenging situations and visualizing positive outcomes, you desensitize yourself to the associated anxiety. When the actual situation arises, it feels more familiar and less intimidating. It enhances focus and motivation. Visualization keeps your goals at the forefront of your mind, enhancing focus and providing a powerful source of intrinsic motivation. Seeing the end result can fuel your determination. This is key for a success mindset. It improves skill acquisition and performance. Mental rehearsal can actually improve physical skills by strengthening neural pathways. Athletes often visualize perfect execution. It programs your subconscious mind for success. Your subconscious mind doesn't always distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. Consistent visualization helps to program it with patterns of success. It helps in problem solving and strategy refinement. As you visualize the process of achieving your goal, you might mentally encounter potential obstacles and rehearse solutions, leading to better planning and strategy. This aids mental clarity. It strengthens mental resilience by rehearsing coping mechanisms. You can visualize yourself not just succeeding, but also calmly and effectively handling setbacks or unexpected challenges. This mental preparation builds your ability to bounce back. This is a vital part of any mental toughness audiobook. How to practice visualization effectively and consistently. Find a quiet, relaxed space. Minimize distractions so you can focus deeply. Be specific and detailed. Don't just vaguely imagine success. Create a rich, detailed mental movie. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch? Who is there with you? What are you wearing? What are the surroundings like? Incorporate all your senses. The more senses you engage, the more real and impactful the visualization will be. Feel the emotions of success. This is crucial. As you visualize achieving your goal, truly feel the joy, pride, relief, excitement, or peace that comes with it. These emotions anchor the experience in your mind. Visualize the process, not just the outcome. See yourself taking the necessary steps, overcoming challenges along the way, and putting in the effort, not just standing at the finish line. Practice regularly and consistently. Like any skill, visualization becomes more effective with consistent practice. Aim for a few minutes each day, perhaps as part of your morning or evening routine. Use present tense. Visualize as if it's happening now, not at some distant point in the future. Combine with affirmations. As you visualize, you can incorporate positive affirmations, Rule 9, that reinforce your belief and the desired outcome. Visualize overcoming obstacles. Don't just see smooth sailing. Also visualize yourself encountering a common obstacle and successfully navigating it with calm and resourcefulness. This builds resilience. Believe in the process. Approach visualization with a sense of belief and expectation. Trust that this mental work is making a difference. Common questions about visualizing success. Isn't this just wishful thinking? How can imagining something make it real? Visualization is not magic, and it's not a substitute for action. However, it's a powerful tool for mental preparation, confidence building, and programming your mind to recognize and seize opportunities. It makes you more likely to take the right actions that lead to success. It aligns your inner world with your desired outer reality. What if I have trouble creating vivid mental images? Some people are naturally more visual than others. If creating clear images is difficult, focus more on the feelings associated with success. You can also use tools like vision boards, a physical collection of images representing your goals, to aid your mental visualization. Practice helps improve imagery. How long should I visualize for each day? Even 5 to 10 minutes of focused visualization can be beneficial. Quality and consistency are more important than duration. Visualizing success consistently is the act of becoming the architect of your mental landscape, intentionally designing a future where you thrive. It strengthens your mental resilience by preparing you for challenges, boosts your confidence by familiarizing you with the feeling of achievement, and aligns your subconscious mind with your conscious goals. This powerful practice, combined with the other 24 rules, solidifies your journey to becoming truly mentally unstoppable, equipped not just to face the future, but to create it. Conclusion: living as a mentally unstoppable force. Your journey continues, and there you have it, 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. Throughout this full audiobook experience, we have journeyed from the foundational act of taking responsibility to the empowering practice of visualizing success. We've explored the importance of habits, courage, continuous learning, managing your thoughts, setting goals, prioritizing well-being, mastering your resources, overcoming setbacks, trusting your intuition, staying committed to your vision, and so much more. Becoming mentally unstoppable is not a final destination you reach, but an ongoing journey of self-improvement, personal development, and conscious cultivation of a positive mindset and profound inner strength. These 25 rules are not just theories. They are practical, actionable principles that, when consistently applied, will transform your ability to navigate life's challenges, achieve your most ambitious goals, and live with a deep sense of resilience and empowerment. Remember, mental strength is built, not born. Like any muscle, it requires consistent training. Your thoughts shape your reality. The power of positive thinking is immense. Action is the antidote to fear and doubt. Resilience is about how quickly and constructively you bounce back. Your environment and your inner circle profoundly influence you. Self-care and well-being are non-negotiable foundations. Patience, perseverance, and gratitude are your steadfast allies. This audiobook for success is designed to be more than just a listen. It's a companion on your path. Revisit these rules, reflect on them, integrate them into your daily life one by one until they become second nature. The journey to becoming mentally unstoppable is yours to own, and the power to achieve it lies within you. Embrace these principles, commit to your growth, and step forward with the confidence of knowing that you possess the tools to become a truly unstoppable force in your own life. Your potential is limitless. Now go forth and realize it. And there we have it, 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable. Throughout this full audiobook experience, proudly brought to you by Audiobooks LOA, we have journeyed from the foundational act of taking responsibility to the empowering practice of visualizing success. We've explored the importance of habits, courage, continuous learning, managing your thoughts, setting goals, prioritizing well-being, mastering your resources, overcoming setbacks, trusting your intuition, staying committed to your vision, and so much more. Becoming mentally unstoppable is not a final destination you reach, but an ongoing journey of self-improvement, personal development, and conscious cultivation of a positive mindset and profound inner strength. These 25 rules are not just theories. They are practical, actionable principles that, when consistently applied, will transform your ability to navigate life's challenges, achieve your most ambitious goals, and live with a deep sense of resilience and empowerment. Remember these core tenets as you move forward. Mental strength is built, not born. Like any muscle, it requires consistent training, and resources like the ones on Audiobooks LOA can guide you. Your thoughts shape your reality. The power of positive thinking is immense, a concept we deeply explore on this channel. Action is the antidote to fear and doubt. Step forward, even when it's uncomfortable. Resilience is about how quickly and constructively you bounce back. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Your environment and your inner circle profoundly influence you. Choose them wisely. Self-care and well-being are non-negotiable foundations for peak mental performance. Patience, perseverance, and gratitude are your steadfast allies on this lifelong journey. This audiobook for success is designed to be more than just a listen. It's a companion on your path. Revisit these rules, reflect on them, integrate them into your daily life one by one until they become second nature. The journey to becoming mentally unstoppable is yours to own, and the power to achieve it lies within you. Now here's how you can continue this journey with us at Audiobooks LOA. We are passionate about bringing you content that empowers, inspires, and helps you unlock your greatest potential. If you found value in 25 universal rules that make you mentally unstoppable and are hungry for more insights on mental strength, the law of attraction, personal development, and cultivating a success mindset, then we invite you to become a vital part of our community. Subscribe to the Audiobooks LOA channel This is the single best way to ensure you don't miss out on our upcoming full audiobooks, guided meditations, motivational talks, and practical self-improvement guides. Hit that subscribe button right now. It's free, and it helps us create more content just like this for you. Your subscription fuels our mission, like this audiobook. If these rules resonated with you, if you felt a spark of inspiration or gained a new tool for your mental arsenal, please give this audiobook a thumbs up. Your likes tell us what content you love and want to see more of, and they help others discover these powerful principles. Share this audiobook with others. Do you know someone who could benefit from becoming more mentally unstoppable? A friend, a family member, a colleague? Please share this audiobook with them. Spreading this knowledge can make a real difference in someone's life, and it helps our Audiobooks LOA community grow. Share it on your social media, send a direct link. Let's empower as many people as possible. Comment below. We genuinely love hearing from you. Which rule resonated the most? What are your biggest takeaways? What challenges are you facing in building your mental strength? What topics would you like Audiobooks LOA to cover in future audiobooks? Your comments create a vibrant discussion, allow us to connect with you, and provide valuable feedback that shapes our future content. Let's build a supportive community together. By subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting, you're not just supporting Audiobooks LOA, you're joining a movement of individuals committed to personal growth, positive change, and living truly unstoppable lives. Embrace these 25 universal principles, commit to your growth, and step forward with the confidence of knowing that you possess the tools to become a truly unstoppable force in your own life. Your potential is limitless. Now go forth and realize it. And remember that Audiobooks LOA is here to support you every step of the way. Thank you for listening. And here's to your unstoppable journey.